Seamless, seamless and Bible black. Let's get this. Now, a few people, let's just get this out of the way. A few people have commented that the title of the teaser from my forthcoming novel, the teaser was called Skagless and Bible Black. And a few people have sort of, like Starless and Bible Black from King Crimson. The early vartation takes me to the station of words, of birds, and all things absurd. The early vartation is encouragement in the sense of love. There you go. Let me put some light on the subject and then I'll thank thee. The early vartation seemed to go up in pitch. Why did it so? Why did it so? Oh, I've actually got a new song. I've written a new song. I wonder if I can remember the words to it. I'm thinking, hopefully I can't, and then you'll be saved from it. But it's actually damn nice. It's a rough sketch. It's only about 2 minutes long. I don't keep people bored. Alan Hoyt. Nice one out. If I go a few comments down, we should find that. Nice one, Alan. Machano Kupushkanata. Anglo, Hoyt to that too. Nice one, mate. Aprasha Kuki, the pair of thine. Those early vartations, they do get the blood going. Right, how do I do this? You will be able to see me in a minute. That's ridiculous, isn't it? I just have it. That's how low I have it when I'm working so that I don't get headache. Probably gives me headache. Probably gives me headache. That's all right. You can see enough of it now, can't you? I hope so. Thank you, Anglo. Thank you, Alan. Machano, Kaprasha, Kamanatu. Now, I keep the grift to a minimum these days. Entropy is at the top of the chat. Super chats at the bottom. If you wish to contribute and add some grease to the cogs of this entertainment stroke truth machine, well, that's how you do it. That's how you stick your spout in and let some jizz and spunk on it. There's no point pretending that was going anywhere else. If you want to spuff on it, there you go. Loomy. Bless him. Wasn't he? Listen, one in the chat if Loomy was very entertaining yesterday. He sent me a little apology. Sorry I was drunk. I thought I dreamt that I'd come on the show, blah, blah, blah. He's got, I think it's probably the old hangover existential breakdown. Oh, no, I bet I was just... No. Illuminatus, my friend, you were great fun. You weren't in any way obnoxious like most drunk people are. If anything, it humbled you somewhat. Apart from the best bit, which is, for me at the moment, ranking as one of the best things a scrub has said all year. Don't worry, I've got the clip lined up. When I gave Loom, I mentioned something to Loomy about, you've got to market it. And he goes, and this was the turning point where I thought, is he drunk? And just as I said that, the chat, everyone's going, he's shit-faced. And he goes, just write good stuff, huh? Like a proper hobo. When you're like 18 and you feel sorry for the homeless and you think it's all romantic and they've got a guitar and a dog and you're like, how did you get into this state? And they just go, I'm a poet, I'm a poet. And I go, wow, you've published stuff and that? It's out there. No, man, I just write this stuff. Why is it going up in pitch? I haven't changed it. It's gone. We are having major triads. Look at the ones, Loomy. I told you, mate. Honestly, nothing to worry about. It was excellent. 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 I've got a funny feeling that that's more pleasurable to do than it is to listen to. VC, did anyone see the TikTok of the gal with the corporate swag job? How do I find it, VC? Can you drop it in the lifeboat? I've got a little TikTok I want to show you. I'll save it till later. This is a chill stream. Come on, it's the weekend. It's Friday. I've been grafting all day. What a week it's been. Trying to keep my business alive. That's quite stressful because the implications, if that goes down the pan and people, 9 out of 10 SME, small to medium enterprise businesses, do go down the pan. We're nearly 20 years in. If it goes down the pan, I'm screwed. No, I'm not screwed because I don't get screwed in life. I've made a habit of working out where the floor is, where my feet are, and making sure that at least one of them lands somewhere near it. But, that's what I thought I'd already done. I'd already thought I'd landed on my feet. I don't want to have to sit here, spend a few days in bits, crying, and then thinking, right, what are you going to do? And then sitting down, working out how much you've got to earn, how much you blah, 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 and then get busy. But, when life throws you lemons, steal someone's lobster. But look at all those ones. Hello, Tech Roach. Good to see you, son. Yeah, it was funny stuff, man. It was funny stuff. Yeah, I didn't know, because he is a slurry kind of, you can't really understand the words he says most. I think he's always drunk. I think that's why I didn't realise. And so it was only when he went, I just drank good stuff. Which, don't worry, I've got if you missed it. But we'll wait for a few more people to turn up before we really... What's the hoop in the background? Well, it's a hoop. But it's a special one that's filled with a liquid. Hello, RMF. Now, I can't do it, Jess. My ex-girlfriend is an absolute wizard with it. She was just round here, actually. Bless her, she's got a job. She's got a job as a waitress in a restaurant. Now, working in her previous job, she can earn $500 a day. But she's finally learned that might not be that good for her soul. And she's got this job. It's 6 days a week and she'll be earning $190 a month. But she's doing it because she meets a load of new people, staff and clients. And she's doing it. I mean, I'm going to give her a little bung every month. I've already set that up. It ain't a lot, but, it is to her. And it stops her having to do that work. And, she sorted out an English teacher. And it was really lovely to see her. She had a little shirt on. And it was nice to see her. I didn't stop loving her. Shout out to No Chance for his stream earlier. There you go. He's a good lad. He's meant to be coming on here. We just haven't sorted it out. She was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. Now, the problem is, Jess, I might lose my grammar. There's two things that could happen here. You might see my ding-a-ling. Let me just adjust my grammar so that isn't a likelihood. I mean, you're still going to see its scope. But she's miraculous at it. I'm not. So I can't do it. I'm telling you now, I can't do it. But because this has got liquid in it, it's a bit harder as well. Hang on. She does it without moving. She just sort of goes. Right. Is it working? Is it working? Can you see it? Am I doing it, Mum? Mum, am I doing it? So that's what that is. That little collection of mess there. Too many jokes. Hang on. How do you do this? I don't know how you do women's things. Hang on. All right. All right there. I might do a bit better with this one. She'll probably go mad if she knew I was fucking around with these. They don't come cheap. I'll have to just hold it. Imagine, look at the sticks on that. All right there. If I just get my head out of the... all right. Just get me... It's been so long since I had any hair. I don't know how to do it. All right. Oh, for fuck's sake. Anyway, what we're going to talk about today. I look like Rasputin, don't I? You'll forgive me a quick adjustment of my own barnet fare. Now, as I pointed out before, when my ex-missus was young, the air people, they go to the provinces and they cut the kids' hairs off and give them like $5 for their beautiful long hair. Imagine being like an 8-year-old girl and having beautiful long... And Cambodian hair is world prized. You know, if you go to like the top American and London salons... People ask for Cambodian hair because genetics and diet. You can look into that. And so the people who harvest it go into the very poor provinces. You got a family of 4 girls. Oh, I'll give you $20 for their hair. And the mother's just not going to turn that down. Yeah, straight away. Okay. One. So when we went and bought her that, and she's got 3 of those bits, and she puts 3 in the back, and so it's all massive, very sexy. They're about 80 quid. That one bit I showed you was about 80 quid. And I said to her, are you sure you're not buying your own hair back? Because she had to match the colour up with her normal hair. I thought, there is a chance you're buying your own hair back here at an increased rate of about 4,000%. So there you go. That's that. Semi-agog. Lee, I saw you. Was it you, Lee, that's on the semi-agog comments? Thank you, by the way, people who... Oi, Ben, I thought it as well. I thought it. When I done it, I thought that as well. I thought, I won't say that because people won't see it, but yeah. Maybe because she has got that very recognizable centre part in, and moustache. Thank you to the people who left comments on the semi-agog. Like, people don't leave comments on my streams, understandable, because you've left like 30 or 40 during the stream. But thank you to the people who left comments on the semi-agog stream, because obviously that helps. Nothing helps my channel on YouTube, to be honest with you. But thanks for making the effort. But Lee, did you say you had to leave it because semi-agog looked too much like your ex-missus? I'm not taking the piss. I'm sure someone said it, but I'm not sure it was you. Someone said they had to drop out because semi-agog looked... Well, they didn't actually specify who it was, but there's a lot more chance that semi-agog looked like your ex-missus than I do. Unless, of course, it was your ex-boyfriend. It did have a bit of the Dave Grohl about it. There you go. Yeah, there you go. You haven't got any. You shut up. Sober up and shut up. Trans danger. Look at John. Hello, John. He's outright just called fat as fat. Didn't care. Oi, Jess, did you notice that drunken Frenchman yesterday called you? I don't think you were here, were you? But he called you Jez. He went, oh, it'd be nice to, see Pizzle and Jez. I went, Jez? Jez? He went, oh, Jessica, whatever you want to call her. No, that wasn't the mistake you made. It was so much fun. Didn't we have fun, Pizzle? Didn't we have fun? Me and you were well laughing. Grego, that knighthood can be removed as easily and meaninglessly as it was applied. Jess had long blonde hair, isn't it? So did I. In the 70s, young boys had long blonde hair. One in the chat if you were a boy in the 70s with long blonde hair. I mean, not long like Jez there. All right, Jezza. Hey, I like Jezza. I like our kid. Vart! Thank you. A Vart that was on the correct pitch. What's the name has dropped a Vart Diggity in? Vart Diggity. Vart Diggity. Vart Diggity. Nice one, what's the name? That's very kind, what's the name? You're not a usual donata, so it's nice that you've just gone, have it. That's very nice. Not by me. Rags is in hospital again, people. I don't know if any of you have got any more info. I tried to call him. I got the message from him that he's back. He said, I'm back in hospital. I tried to call him. Let me just check, see if he's got back to me. No, just a picture of him in hospital. Thanks for the info. Let me just tell him. Oi, Ragnar, I'm streaming right now. I reckon people would like to know if you're okay. You look okay, apart from that silly thing on your face, but I bet you're loving that. I hope you're well, mate. That's not ideal. I hope he's all right. Thank you, what's the name, though? Aprasha Kanutu. Yeah, but I can't imagine Steve. I don't know about Gab links. I don't know. I really don't know. But, you know, liberalism's invaded everywhere. Hello, Ian. Nice to see you. Lee had black curls. Good Lord. Your window cleaner. It's a weird one when you get the ginger kid from two, you know, dark-haired people. But, yeah, me and my brother had long blonde hair. Lumi says most European babies are born blonde and blue-eyed. The pigment comes later. I was never blue-eyed, but as you said, most. But that's interesting. I wonder why that is. Hang on a minute. Single Tomorrow has said hello from Thailand. Looks like you've got a patong tattoo on your foot there. What's happened? No, whereabouts in Thailand are you? Unless you don't want to dox yourself. Single Tomorrow. You can't have everything in life. Hello, JJ. Are you new in these parts? I recognise the name. Too black, long in the 90s as a teen. Too black, long. Or just two hairs? I don't know. Anyway, so this is a chill stream. I haven't got loads of clips and memes to show you. I have got a few little things to show you that just came up late, though, when I was setting it up. Ian had hair when he was younger. Yeah, I had a fringe when I was younger. I had dreadlocks. And you know what? When I had... My dreadlocks went down to about here. And like one of them, there was one... We're on the stair, right there, a little mouse with clogs on. Well, I despair, going clip-dippity clop on the stair. Boom. Let me get my guitar. I'm not joking, I've written a little song. I think it's quite nice. I think we can get away with that, can't we? I saw you there. All right, I think we can get away with that. Let me drag the words up from somewhere. It's only a sketch. So now I can't even open Word. I've got to do all this malarkey because it's on the OneDrive. I don't even know where. As a writer, it's not very handy. Just open Word, you bastards. Oh, okay. No, don't want any of that. There you go. Want that. Oh, upload to OneDrive. What? I don't. Just open the fucking thing. So like, oh, this item doesn't exist. If you ever say that with my novel, I'll be coming to Word headquarters and I'll read you that fucking novel as punishment. Oh, tell me about logging in. Oh, now I've got to get an email sent to me. Great. This is good. Can anyone tell me if this is what it's like now? Is this, have I done something wrong? On my old computer, I had Word. And all I had to do was open up Word. There was my document. And I just started working on it. With this malarkey, with this weirdness, I've got to do all this. Is this what everyone has to do now? I don't want it on the one fucking drive. I've got one drive. It's in my computer. Don't you dare tell me I can't open it now. It's not there. Great. Recent. Oh, nothing recent, even though I only wrote it yesterday. My God. Right, here we go. I think I finally found it. But before I have a look at it, and unfortunately, I can't get it all on one page, so I'm going to have to stop the song and move the lyrics up a bit. So, hello, Bill. What? So I fucked it up, have I? Or is it normal? Yeah, but you can't. I can't. Notepad doesn't have my fucking editor's comments in the margin, does it, Grego? Hello, Eldritch. Good to see you. Yeah, but Rusko don't get the chance. Grego, okay. Yeah, but I don't get the option. Not, mate. I'll have to work on it. Lord knows how it works. Yeah, but Billy, I don't know how to. So I can just use Word as I used to, because even when I tried to open my novel, it went, yeah, you have to open that on OneDrive. I don't want it on OneDrive. Yes, Grego, finishing the novel means responding to my editor's comments. That's why you have an editor. Fuck you. Hello, Nick. We used to use computers. Now they own us. Yeah, we don't need AI. Word is ruining my life. Hello, Rose Machine. Copy your work files from OneDrive into another folder on your hard drive and open it from there. And then when I save it, I can save it on that same thing. Yeah, well, that's what I thought, Microsoft. That's what I thought. I nearly called you Microsoft then. That's what I thought, Fat. I just thought, this is wicked. This is ridiculous. Anyway, I'll sort that out then. So OneDrive isn't obligatory. Hello, number one Audrey Hepburn fan. It's been a while. Good to see thee. You always cheer me up. Well, wait till you hear this song and you'll be very embarrassed. Well, I use Scrivener, but I started my novel on Word, so I'm not going to move it over now because I've heard that you lose words and, bits and bobs, and I ain't going through 160,000 words looking for words that I don't know are missing because they're not there. Yeah. Oh, it's gone, has it? Now, I will have to stop at some point during this song to move the lyrics up a little bit. And like I say, it's only a sketch, but it's... Oh, don't change the size of the words then. Why don't you do that? It's only a little sketch. It's only a 2-chorder. You don't need more chords than 2. Not in my world. All right, here we go. I saw you there with fire in your eyes, standing outside with blood on your hands, and all the dead lovers strung up by their hair. Their souls are forgotten, 'cause no one goes there. Come with we are not. Hey, come with me now so that we are not lonely. Run with me now so that we may escape. The people are standing, the churches are empty. Everything's falling 'cause no one goes there. At that point, I'd do that a couple more times, and then I'd go, don't shed a tear, the vultures are circling, and I cannot hang your hand anymore, and all of our words, they scream at the silence, hiding in churches. That's our yesterdays. Come with me now so that we are not lonely. Run with me now so that we may escape. There'll always be something of us in the whispers. There'll always be something of you in my tears. Yeah, all right. Shut down Microsoft Office, close down this, open that. There you go. I had to improvise some of those lyrics because I couldn't be bothered to move up the page anymore. Arius says it may have been better if you couldn't have opened the document. Not criticising, just saying, nah, you're all right. Bit hippie for me. Yeah, it is a bit hippie. I suppose it is. I don't know. You're kind of limited to a certain range when you've got an acoustic nylon string guitar. Thank you, Visionary Companion. That's very kind of you. Hello, British Dragon. Where are you, Single Tomorrow? Did you already tell us? Lovely. But the best news, of course, is that I can. Oh, you're up there. I tell you, he lives up that way. Oh, I better not, actually. I don't think he wants people to know. Hello, 42. Nice to see you, son. You're all right, Broken Silence. You're like OG Scrub. You can say anything you want, son. Yeah, I don't give a fuck what people think of anything I do. You know, you can't do that. Oh, are you? You're the other Single Tomorrow. Are you really? Okay, that's very interesting. That's very, very interesting. Hello. Well, say hello for me, or is he flat out star shaped? Drinks too much, doesn't he? Alcoholic, we call it alcoholic. Yeah. Oh, that's very nice of you, Craig. It's a bit of a shame when you have to stop to move it up and then you didn't want to and just made up some words. The lyrics are actually very nice, but there you go. I've always known my stuff isn't for everyone. No way. That's amazing. Oh, so he's got a terrible drinking problem. I mean, 18 years, fucking hell, 10 pints a day. That's 3,600 a month. I'm only pulling your plug. Are you really, Broken Silence? Are you really? I might get out there in July because they're opening. It is July. It's July now, isn't it? Today. They've opened it up, haven't they? They've opened the doors. Fuck me. Come on, help us out, people. Like, this is the holiday grift. Get me out of here. John says, last time I went to Thailand, my friends were visibly pleased to see me. They're lovely people, the Thais. They really are. I mean, I have to say the northern Thai people, the Thai people from Isan, I find have got a wonderful character about them. But yeah, they've opened up Thailand. That's today. I don't actually have to raise that much. I don't mean raise that much here. I mean get together that much. I think it's about 90 quid. No, that's dollars. I think it's about 75 English return. So yeah. Yeah, but when I get over there, I go down south. I go down to Patong. I won't be up all that Chiang Mai area, up that Chiang Rai. Spurs boy is going back to Chiang Mai in October. That for me has just been a beautiful story. There was a time, people, when I was really expressing how much going to Thailand changed my life and finding a different culture and traveling alone, and that line I always use about recognizing yourself in the faces of strangers, not including ones who not the ones who talk about arse pussies, but just people who you don't have to be who you are. You don't have to, your European chops that have got currency in Europe don't have currency in the Southeast. So, and a lot of them don't have currency in Europe either, but we've had to build up this kind of facade of self. Whereas, this isn't just a Southeast Asian thing. This is just going anywhere. When you meet a stranger, you can be a self you didn't even know you had. Because I'll tell you something interesting, and this is to do with countries that not having a lot of money and not being impressed by a lot of things. You tell a Southeast Asian bird you used to be in a band and you got signed and that, they go, oh, okay. They're very present. They're very, hang on, what value are you bringing to the now? I don't want to know about what, if it's a funny story or something, yeah, but you see a lot of foreigners in like Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, trying to impress the local chicks with stories of things that they just have no interest in. They want to, what you doing now? What you offering me now? What we doing now? What is this engagement about now? And it's fucking refreshing. And that is a cultural thing. That is without a doubt a cultural thing. It's very Buddhist. It's very Buddhist. But if I do get up there though, I will certainly come and say hello. But this fella here, old Nate, who's been coming here, 5-6 years? It's got to be. I made a video and I told a story, and the denouement of the story was, you've got to go to Thailand. But people in a particular period in their life I was appealing to, and Nate Spurs did, and had the time of his life, and has been going back ever since, because it was I can't say he had the time of his life, but I know he had a significant time and a lot of romance. And romance is so important to our lives. And it's been ripped from Europe, the European experience. Come on, hashtag not always, but on the whole, romance is considered fucking predatory. How dare you? How dare you try and do what humans have been doing for millennia? Whereas there's other places in the world where you can actually fall for someone and you can actually tell them, and then you can try and woo them. Then you can do your peacock bit. Then you can turn up and splay your feathers and do what you can do and show what you've got. And it's fucking lovely. And you can say, I'm only here for 3 months, but let's have a romance. Yeah, look, there you go. Yeah. I didn't want to put those words in your mouth, But there you go. Yeah, just over 4 years ago, that video I made. And you done it, didn't you? You fucking... There was a few others who did, but they're not in these parts anymore. But I remember you done it, and you fell in love. And every time I've seen you since, like on here or in the comment section, you've mentioned you're off to Laos or you're off to Thailand. Yeah, it changed my life. It really did. British Dragon found out his key worker voted for UKIP and is a fan of Ben Shapiro. One thing I noticed about key workers, British Dragon, is they talk about anything but your drug problem. You know, you've got to see them to get your script, but rarely do they, you know, they try to. I'll give them that. You sit down, they go, right, so what's your using been like this month? And you go, you know what, I saw an amazing movie the other night. And they go, oh, yeah, what film was that? And it's just half hour chatting about movies. I mean, how do you get from your drug problem to who do you vote for? And I remember a fella saying to me once, he said, yeah, but, you know, sometimes it's just a place where, you know, a lot of these people don't get to have conversations with people. And I was thinking, fuck off, junkies don't stop talking. the myth of that they only gouge out when they're on their own, when they're in public. No, right, great stuff and things. We'll have a look at that in a minute. There's 100 people here. I might have to crack it out. Yeah, well, and which is why I'm assuming you have to see a key worker. Oh, no, likewise. I had a couple of my key workers. I was going to write a story, you know, like 7 spastics, like something like 5 key workers. You know, I had some classic ones. I had a geezer called AJ, bent as a 2-bob note he was, but fucking hilarious. You know, I'd go in there and he'd already be laughing. And I'd be like, come on then, what is it? You go, no, we're here for you. And I'm like, yeah, and you entertain me. So why are you smiling? And they go, I had a client in this morning. I was thinking, look at that. Absolutely. The Hippocratic Oath has been thrown out the window with my sobriety. Purnell's on the meth as well. You know, methadone can help people. It can stabilize you. It can get you out of the crime. It can get you out of the wasting all your money on it. But it's a fucker to get off. Although Jeffrey Sharla, who will be on this very channel in about 2 weeks' time, he got off 120 mil a day when he was in his 60s. They gave it to him for back problems. And he one day woke up and thought, I don't think I've seen reality in about a year. Maybe it's got something to do with the methadone. And he rattled it. He tapered off his own back, literally, and got off it. But it's very harsh. Vaughn Palanville says, I'm glad I never got hooked on opiates. I like them a lot. Yeah, I've got friends who do them occasionally. Lucky bastards. They just do it occasionally, have a couple of days puking and feeling bad about it, and then they leave it for months. British Dragon regrets getting on it. Should have chose Subutex. Or yeah, I mean, cold turkey is not always an option, is it? It's fucking hard. You know, I've done it in Thailand a couple of times, but I'm in Thailand. I had a lover there. I had a romance there. Would I have gone there and done it if she weren't there? No. It was, well, this is what my novel's about. This is the plot, really. You know, the opposite of addiction is connection, is love, really. You know, connection is the sort of logio-emotional conclusion of connection is love. And I went out there to see her, but I couldn't justify to the girl I was with in England and my work to take 8 weeks off unless I was also getting off of my skag habit. So I did, but you know, her being there and being part of that process made it workable. But you know, 2 of the darkest times of my life, you know, a cold turkey. I was doing 1 gram a day of Burmese No. 4 on the spike, so That's about 30 bags of brown. It was intense. It was awful. Okay. I don't know if you should say that. Martin says, what is love anyway? Does anybody love anybody anyway? Oh, Lindsay, I've just seen you. Dartford census has made the headlines. Oh, no, I don't need bad news. This is going to be horrible. Oh, my poor mother. I know it's not your fault, Lindsay. Let's get these donations up on the screen. Billy's dropped a couple in, I think, and someone else has there. Maybe it's Bill. I don't know, actually. Oh, God. I actually appreciate it, Lindsay, but it's just so scary. I'm just scared about my mum. And my mum, bless her, she's already said they're causing trouble. And I said, yeah, because her road has been enriched. And she said there's already problems. They're doing things that no one else has ever done. They've built walls in the public walkway. It's the legal right of way. And I said, well, why doesn't someone complain? And she's like, well, no one wants to get involved because they're scared. They're scared there'll be repercussions. They're scared bricks will come through their window and things. So no one can get into their gardens unless they go through their house. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Anyway, let's have a look at it because there's a link in there. Nice one, Lindsay. I'll pop this over. I hope you're well, Lindsay, as well. Lindsay, I've finally made the move from And Nothing Hurt being the best spiritualized album to Everything Is Beautiful. It took a while. I mean, Sail On Through is just too good. It's just too good to end an album on. But I've finally done it. There's only so much. Oh, it's lovely. It's lovely. I only wanted to be a friend. Right, here we go, people. I don't know what this is about, but Lindsay says Dartford, my hometown, has made ITV news. Let's have a look at this. I'm just going to get some water down me so the old nodules don't grow. Look at that picture of Dartford. Welcome, bookies. I honestly thought I was going to be able to look at that and tell you exactly where it is, but to be honest with you, I haven't got a clue. I don't recognise any of those places there. Fuck me, that's changed. There's a hill there that could, I suppose it could be the bottom of West Hill. I don't know. I haven't got a clue. I can see a lot of fat asses. Sorry. Right, let's read it. Census 2021. Dartford sees 20% populations boost. Jesus Christ. 20%. A fifth. An increase of a fifth as numbers grow across the southeast. Latest figures from the census have revealed pockets of growing, aging populations across the south east of England. Let's just get down to the Dartford bit. Dartford has seen a 20% increase in the population among the top 3 areas of growth across England and Wales. It's mainly people trying to get out of London, I imagine, but London's coming to get you, Dartford. I wouldn't worry about that. Good God. I wonder where these people are coming from. Has anyone actually had a good look at that census? Because I tried to have a look yesterday, and it would appear to me that they've kind of made the stuff everyone wants to know about almost impossible to find. That might just be me. John Francis says that England is one of the most densely populated countries in the world, only behind Malta, South Korea, and a few city-states like Macau. No wonder nothing works. Roads are good. Yeah. Well, John, years ago, they built a ring road around London. It was called the North Circular and the South Circular to deal with all the traffic because London was just gridlocked every day. It weren't long before they had to build another one, which is the M25. It's a ring road around Greater London. And it's just locked up every day. If you have to get on the M25, you can expect to sit. If you're in it anywhere between I'd say, about 3 o'clock and 7, expect to be sitting in traffic for 3 hours easily. That's with no problems. That's just like at the Dartford tunnel. That's not, there's been a crash or something, although there always is a crash. Yeah, it's fucked. What are they going to do next? Build some trains. They've put a toll on the North Circular. Yeah, what we're trying to motivate people to use public transport. Yeah, just not the rich. You cunts. We're trying to make the lumpen proletariat use public transport. Go on, get in there, you sheep. Get in there. I know it stinks. Yeah, I know it doesn't. Yeah. That, you know, as soon as they toll travel, that is limiting the ability for poorer people to move. That's what a toll is. That's it. My old man had a van, right? It was a Morris 1000. Lovely thing. I loved it when we were kids. It was a bit, you know, it was eccentric. My old man was a bit of an eccentric. And did you guess? And but when he wasn't working, that was also because we didn't have another car. We did later on, but not in the 70s. And so when we went to visit my auntie in Essex, that was our normal vehicle. So me and my brother would be in the back, mum and dad in the front. And when we got to Dartford tunnel, he'd get charged as like a goods vehicle, commercial vehicle. And he'd go, I ain't paying. And my mum would go, oh, well, just bloody pay or you're going to be here all night. He'd go, but it ain't a commercial vehicle. He said, I'm not working. And then they'd go, it bloody feels like it. Go and see your bloody sister. Parents. But yeah, he got stung because it was it wasn't like a transit. You know, it had a smaller engine than most, you know, domestic vehicles. But it's the problem with the population in England isn't only the population, it's fucking feeding them. It's the agricultural land required to feed them. And textiles and all the other things that come with it. You know, oh no, we've got plenty of land, we can build plenty of houses. Okay, how are you going to feed them? Well, we're going to import food. Oh, that's going to be cheap. That's going to be cheap. Steady on, fat. You get us all in all sorts of trouble. What's the A205? Is that the South Circular? Is that what its original name is? Mine thinks Japan is more crowded than the UK. Yeah, their metro system is well known for being just a sexed up dossier. They push you in there, didn't they? They've got staff to. My brother lives in Japan. He told me. He said, "Yeah, it's not a joke. When those doors open, there's staff that just ram you in. Everyone's in it like, and then you can expect people just to go, oh, get off my bollocks, please. Whatever person's doing that." Yeah. It's hello, Mr. Natras. Always a pleasure, never a chore. Right, there was a couple more. Thank you, Lindsay, for that. I'll have another look at it a bit later. A bit, you know, I know that it's not too interesting for the glorious house, but I'll certainly have a little look at it a bit later. There's not that horrible sound because Pax Max told me how to turn down. Oh, hey, Pax Max, the information you gave me before about the application volume, the mixer, I didn't have that on my old computer. That's why it didn't work. But when I got this computer, I thought, I wonder if Paxmax's thing works. Found it. Application volume down. I don't need to jump out my seat every time I close un documentado. Right. We've got some other donation cananis come through. Let's have a look at these. Entropy donations get their moment in the sun, especially since it's suddenly become my Thai holiday fund. I do deserve a holiday. I work so hard, people. I work so hard. Right, John Francis has dropped 6.66 euros in. He said 36 degrees centigrade in Hungary today. For the mark of the beast. Good vid, enjoying. Thanks as always. Bloody Ada, you're in a good mood, Johnny boy. You are in un mood, Bon. Thank you very much, mate. Much appreciated. Don't get out in that sun though. You know, enjoy it, but don't let it burn you, because that's what it does. That's what hot sun does. And just as you've said that, I've noticed your comment here. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Apart from the rich people, they've you know, this is why I'm telling people, young people, you need to get financially independent so that you can get out of these shitholes, because it's going to crush your soul, and you don't want a crushed soul to live. You want an effervescent soul. Yeah, I noticed that, Daffyd. I saw him in his new pad this morning. He's fucked off to Wales. And, you know, I'll come back to the rest of those donations in a minute. But the balls of the lad, did you see what you obviously did? If you haven't seen Simon Webb's History Debunked latest video, he basically says, if I'm lucky, I've got another 15, 20 years. And I want to be around people who look and act and behave like me. And he said, and I've moved to Wales. He outright just said it. I mean, see you later, History Debunked channel. But I watched the 4 best body language. I think I mentioned it the other night. The 4 top body language experts in the world, people who deal with, like, they train the Navy SEALs in interrogation and counter interrogation. They teach like presidents. You know, these are the top blokes. And one bloke, without realizing it, he said he just nailed it. He said, you know, when we see people, the thing we do immediately is ask, do they look like me? Do they make gestures like me? Do they make sounds like me? Do they behave like me? And if they don't, we fear them and we don't want to be close to them. Oh dear. Oh, I'll have to find that clip, because it's very telling. Because now, as a liberal, now as a globalist, you've got to write out the whole of non-verbal communication. No, that's all bullshit. That's racist. But he outright says it, and we all know it anyway. So does everyone else. So does everyone. You know, the liberals don't believe in the liberal project. They've got this myth. They float around in this idea of, well, you know, we have to tell some lies for the greater good, but the greater good is never named. It's the unnameable. It's the unknowable. It's their God. It's their kind of spurious nothingness. Pricks. Any road. Thank you, John. Sir Grego Hoyt. Can I throw this in the hat for a full version of the Wasp in the Bowl of Blood song? I don't know if I can remember it, Grego, here. Right, so for people who don't know Wasp in a Bowl of Blood, I used to busk. Vard, 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 vard. Vard, 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 vard. So I wrote, the weird thing was I don't usually learn other people's songs, so I'd have to busk my own songs. And I was about, 60 kilos, yellow, and one of my songs was called A Wasp in a Bowl of Blood. There's not a lot to it, to be honest with you. Wasp in a bowl of blood. Sounds really high, doesn't it? A wasp in a bowl of blood, struggles as its wings get stuck. And everybody says they can't do anything. Oh, not me. Hey, not me. I died straight in. 'Cause it's the best. I'm singing it. I can't know. The answer's no, Grego. Grego, what I'll do, mate, I'll remember it and then I'll sing it on another stream. It is quite funny. There's some lovely bits in it, actually. And I'm happy because happy is good. I knew that it is because my mum said it would be. Yeah. Grego, that's a tenner. A tenner's a lot of money. So. Thank you for the donation. I'm going to Thailand on that. Grego, I'll practice it. I'll remember the words, and on another stream, I'll definitely will play it for you. Okay. I haven't played it for 25 years. So I didn't really want to play it ever again, but an out and centre. What are you going to do? But I will do. Good call. Right. And then one more here from Lindsay. I love you, Christopher Dangerfield. Look at that in caps as well. Whoa. You've been on fire of late. Keep it up. The good work. Keep up the good work and stay spiritualized. The census results. So here we are. The census results are due to be released in full October to December 2021. See the Lotus Eaters. How interesting. So thank you, Lindsay. Thank you, Grego. Thank you, John. And thank you, Al. Chris, if one has dark olive skin like me and jug ears Lineker, the melanin browns the skin. Chris, if have dark olive skin like me, and if you have dark olive skin like me and jug ears Lineker, if you have dark olive skin like me and jug ears Lineker, the melanin browns the skin. It doesn't burn. The racial abuse I suffered, though. Okay, so it's a joke on what Lineker said. Okay, so really? What? I mean, I'm hardly an expert in it, but as an anemia, as an anathema, I can tell you that a bit of sunlight and I'm dead. Vard, 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 vard. Okay, so is that how melanin works? Is it? It helps you sort it out. I've got to pull back so many things here. So nice one out for the Danasha Canoe too. So they're dribbling out the census, are they? How interesting. Tactical. Thathout a doubt, that's tactical. Once you're bored of it and you've forgotten about it. Oh, and by the way, you're all fucked. That'll be. Well, I'll tell you where it comes from. I was withdrawing and I was also being attacked by mosquitoes. I was in a foreign country, another man's land. And I remember thinking, why can't I if I just jab a 2 mil into my leg and pull out a load of blood and then squirt that into a jam jar lid and put that by the side of the bed, the mosquitoes can feed directly from the little bowl of blood rather than biting me, because it's hard enough with drawing, but you know, being covered in mosquito bites, you know, that was literally like pissing in the wound, you know, like opening up a hole in my back, putting your penis in it and filling it with salty urine. And then I had a dream that well, I didn't know if it was a dream, but you don't get many wasps in Thailand. But I had a sort of a I suppose it was like when you're withdrawing, if you don't sleep for a few days, you have REM, but you're awake. So there was like a wasp in it, and its wings are all clotting in the blood. Nice images. There's about 20 pages in my book of those kinds of images that you'll have to plow through. Yeah. There's a bit where there's a lot of inflatable women, and they work in a DIY porn center, but it goes on forever in every direction. It's fucking horrible, man. So Mr. Natras just donated. It's a little musical. Fucking hell. It's very kind. There you go. I call that. If anyone can name what that monstrosity I just played then was, if you know it, you'll have heard it. But there was about 5 notes that shouldn't have been there, and about 15 notes that should have been there, and you got something in between the two of them. But so there you go. So it was actually my blood. I don't want to talk about blood on the weekend. I don't want to talk about blood on the weekend. Did you get me email? I haven't looked. Did you get me email? I haven't looked. Oh, come on. Hello there, our 4 lights. Good to see thee. Dangerfield stream, mainly Welsh. Well, you know, it's a diversity stream, isn't it? Let's face it. Martin doesn't mind the South Welsh. North Wales is full of dicks. I've had terrible times in Cardiff. I've had fantastic times in Swansea. I had one of the best stand-up comedy gigs of my life in Swansea, and the other one I had down there is in the top 50 as well. So yeah, a lovely bunch of people, you know. And I'm not trying to piss on Swansea, but they haven't got a lot going on for them down. It ain't a nice place, you know. It's not. You don't feel like, hey, life's good. if you're here and you haven't seen a Swansea love story, it's on. You can find it on the internet, not on YouTube. Something like Daily Motion, or what's the other sort of snide one? But a Swansea love story, it will break your heart. It opens up with a male Welsh voice choir, and all these sort of photos of the old like coal mining and slate mining, and they're all doing their really proud Welshmen. And then it just cuts to all these out of work junkies that can't barely string a sentence together, and you just think, the fuck has happened to this country? Well, not just Wales, but Western Europe. It's heartbreaking. You know, it's not really about drugs. That's just how, in this instance, it's expressed itself. But it's really sad stuff. I can't get rid of that off my screen. Oh, yeah, okay. Right, I think there's enough people in so we can hear Lumi. So if you've just arrived recently, hang on, I haven't dealt with Mr. Natras yet, or whoever else made that donation. It wasn't so long, Marianne. However, I have met Marianne from the Leonard Cohen song. It's a beautiful song, isn't it? So long, Marianne. What is it? Oh, what's some bling, 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 bling. Oh, the partisan. I absolutely adore Leonard Cohen. I think he's one of the best singer-songwriters ever. Sorry, he's Jewish. Fucking amazing. Amazing. Where did he get that guitar playing style from? Where did he get that guitar playing style from? I haven't got a fucking clue. I wrote this about my ex-girlfriend when I first met her. Not that great. Atta climbs a wall of broken butterflies and dead mice. Atta's wrapped in sheets she swears she stole from beds she's never seen. She walks on with the sun and she kicks shit along the city streets. And for a second there, we were in love. There's a few more verses, but, you know, it's one verse per var, I'm afraid. Absolutely adore Leonard Cohen. Songs from a Room is a beautiful album. Hello, Eric. Good to see your son. H.P. Lovecraft named Libgod Vartinsassen. Billy says that melanin absorbs some of the UV. Mr. Natras, it's my son's prom tonight. Yes, I know, not traditional English thing. When I left school, they just said, fuck off. But he looked great in his suit. Ah, amazing. I'm very envious, Graham. That must be amazing. Is it the first time you've seen him in a whistle? And he had it on it with his waistcoat. What is it, bow tie? Or what's the full bit? Polish his shoes? Did he have a date or did they find one at the prom? I don't know how any of this works. But that is incredible. No, amazing. I bet he'll have an amazing time. Imagine seeing your son like all done up like that and being proud of him. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to start crying. Hello, Mouse Cat. Why wouldn't they just lie about the census? I've got a funny feeling. It's funny you should say that. Where are we going here? Right, Lindsay. Right, I've got those two. Let's just go down here. Ludwig said Chris Shreds. Yo. Therefore, like it says, the mozzies don't bother me much, but I do eat quite a bit of garlic and drink excessively. They bite my wife and kids to bits. I don't know if it's about garlic and alcohol. They like certain blood types, and I don't mean like, you know, the normal things like B theta. They smell, and they you know, like me and my missus. When we went to Koh Samui, she had, and we counted about 270 bites. We had to take her to the hospital in the end, and I'd have like 2. But then in another part of the world, I'd get bitten to pieces and other people didn't. But I was withdrawing. That's what made it worse. And, you know, when you're withdrawing, that's the time when you've got to write a song like a wasp in a bowl of blood and keep you insane. Thanks, Mister. It's Phrygian, I think. Phrygian in E. Oh, it's the only one I know. Little Ennio Morricone Vart there. No one picked up on my little... it wasn't La Bamba. Grego says, all these Varts are asking you to stop, you egomaniac. Yeah, that's unpleasant, Grego. That's not very nice. Ludwig wants to know if it's Lick My Love Pump. It's not. Oh, my God! Oh, my God! And Dillich. Fuck me. It's a lovely album, though, isn't it? It's a lovely. That's incredible. Wow, the pair of you. That you've both just 100 points each on the Scrubs leaderboard. That's ridiculous. I might have to start keeping. I've been dishing out points for years, but I don't want to. I don't mean to upset you all, but I haven't been keeping count. So I might actually. I wonder if I can get a little bit of software, like set up a spreadsheet. Oh, this is definitely going to happen, by the way. Yeah. And then when I do dish out points, you'll actually get them. But how the hell did you get that? I think I got the first two notes, didn't I? Let's try again. What is it? I haven't played it again for about 40 years. I shouldn't be playing that with my little finger. Oi, Anglo, you just proved Grego right. As soon as I picked up the guitar, you varted me off. Butcher, butcher, wouldn't you look at you? I'm a butcher, wouldn't you look at her? Cut the meat, serve the meat. If you don't have it, you can't stand on your feet. Food gives you strength, food gives you strength, food gives you strength, yeah. There you go, Anglo. I feel like I've got into a bit of an habit. Feel free. Yeah. I think there was a couple more in betwixt that, though. How many mosquitoes have OD'd feeding on your blood? Well, I think this was the other. Oh, why did that get taken down so quickly? That was God. Well, this was the other thing about the wasp in a bowl of blood, because they couldn't have picked a worse time to be drinking my blood than when I was withdrawing. Because any time in the previous 20 years, they would have had their own little mini Glastonbury in the corner. They'd have been out of their nuts. But they got the weakest, shittest blood. I hadn't even eaten for 2 weeks. Good call, Angly. Nice one, Cyril. Mr. Natrar says, first time in a suit, looked great. If I sounded like my ma'am, I would say, he looks so grown up. Amazing, though. Amazing. Imagine that. I will only be able to imagine that, but I can vicariously enjoy it. Amazing. Let's just hope your phone doesn't go at midnight tonight and the old Bill go, it's all right. He's all right. He just needs a lift home. He's not. He can't stand up. That wasn't very nice, was it? I still got dirty teeth. What the fuck's going on? Look, I was so worried about my dirty teeth. I even brought over my dirty teeth machine. It's not very nice, is it? You know what that is? That's drinking 2 cups of tea. Hello, Mrs. Me in it. Is it your birthday? Is it actually your birthday? Dillage. Oh, well, I guess it would be nice to love everybody. That's the wrong comment for what I just said. I'm sure I saw House burst into faith the other week. Baz says, I've seen mosquitoes take a dive and tumble after drinking my blood. Well, the weird thing about your mosquito is they actually use it to put their eggs in. It's like their eggs, their little mosquito larvae. So if mosquitoes do bite you, it's actually a mark of respect that they feel that your blood's good enough to bring up their children in. Yeah. Okay. Happy birthday, Mrs. Me in it. Oh, do you want to come on and have a little chat with us? Seeing it's your birthday. You have tried coming on. Do you want to come on? Now you're going to get about. I'm only going to give you 100 attempts to get it right, though. Well, there you go, Lumi, because they're the ones with the eggs, aren't they? Grego says a mosquito bite is quite sensual. Well, I don't know where I went with that one, Grego. Sensual. Well, it's certainly involving the, you're providing egg water. Let's see what Lindsay's got to say here with a couple more Danashi Kanatus. How are you, Lindsay? Lindsay, what are you making of the latest album? What are you making of the one Vincent really likes? He's Growing on Me. It's almost beating the mainline song. The D song, I think. The D song. In Your Arms or something. Because I always pirate these things. I never know what they're fucking called or something, do I? Yeah, let's have a look at this. Lindsay says, Frankie doesn't. Everyone loved those T-shirts. The census results are going to be truly awful. Oh, eat a mouse. Is that what? You actually saw a mouse while you were typing it? It looks as if there won't be enough room for you in Dartford when you decide to return. I ain't. That ain't happening. Love you. I love you, Scrubs. See previous message, which I did read out already, I think. I love Leonard Cohen. Leonard Cranach Lunustuf. I love Leonard Cohen too, Chris. Tower of Song is my karaoke song of choice. P.S. Bring on the Lumi. Love you all. There you go. I've got it. I'll play it in a minute. But it's only one thing he says. All right, good stuff, right. But that was when I knew he was one whiskey sour too many. Nice one, Lindsay. I think I can't sing anymore. Mouse Cat, stick it in the chat and she can jump in on mine. Oh my God, is this some kind of pornographic? No problem, Mousecus. I will do that immediately. Don't worry, love. I'll give you 100 chances. Birthday girl's coming in. Nice one, Mouse Cat. Thanks for the Lady Godiva. I want to thank you for the Lady Godiva. Mouse Cat, you survivor. Here she is. Look, it says that. It don't look like her. It looks like her other half. Look at these two trying to work it out. Look.
Can I get on there? I've got my little cushion.
Absolutely.
Hello.
Fucking mad. Are you drunk? I just need. It's something I need to establish.
Not yet.
But you are going to have a few to celebrate your birthday
tomorrow. Mandom shed party.
You lied. It's not even your birthday. It's not your birthday.
It is my birthday.
Tomorrow. It's not.
Nah, I'm not having that. That's fraud.
No,
it's your birthday tomorrow. Well, happy birthday to you. No, actually, Lumi, I sung her a song. So, fuck you. She knows that because she comes here. So, fuck you. I don't take advice from drunks, Lumi. So, it's your birthday. What's that? 35?
Plus VAT.
That's good, actually. How are you?
I'm fine.
What made you think it would be good to ring me up at 3:45 in the morning 4 times?
3:30 it was. I forgot time.
Yeah, so but when someone doesn't answer it the first time and you've left it ringing for 5 minutes, why'd you do it again?
The phone that I was calling on is a business phone, and you get free international calls. But there was some woman at the other end going, I couldn't understand her. So I put it down, and I thought I'd try it again because I was worried about it.
Well, I know you were, and I absolutely. I'm only. What was it? I'm only pecking your liver.
And then I thought, oh, time zones.
What she's saying, she's talking about COVID, but the phone is ringing. Yeah, it's like some weird thing. So, but the phone's ringing. So you were probably thinking, what's she going on about? Meanwhile, I'm in bed going, who the fuck is that?
It's ringing me.
I look on the internet.
And I don't want flooring.
Cold calling by a flooring company. And then I just thought, and then I remembered what happened at the stream. And I thought, oh, no, I'm all right.
Got a cheap laminate deal.
Cheap laminate deal, Mick. Mouse gets going.
So you're going to the Mandom Shed tomorrow night for a piss up?
Yeah, but I've got to get a taxi. It's a long walk.
It's probably about 10 metres.
Yeah.
10 metres there, 30 back.
Yeah, it depends how you walk on the way back.
That's the joke, but when you explain it, it loses its humour. Serious question now. When you drink, how much will you drink tomorrow?
Not a lot, actually, because I'll be running around looking after people, make sure they're okay. And
really, why would you be doing that on your birthday?
Yeah.
Yeah, but why?
I love people's company and I like my friends and they're all
but you're not having their company if you're running around sorting everything out.
Well, I am, yeah.
People like you in rehab, they rip you to pieces. Why are you trying to save everyone? Why are you trying to look after everyone? Why are you trying to mother everyone? Why are you trying to rescue everyone?
Good luck to
that. What it gets...
You don't know me very well.
The thing is, though, if you enjoy people's company, wouldn't you prefer to just be standing there talking to them?
Oh, yeah, I get to do that as well, and then dancing around and having a little sing-song.
And do you all have a sing-song?
Oh, yeah, everyone has a sing-song. They have a little dance. And
is it a karaoke or more like a song goes on that everyone knows and everyone's going, Love Christmas? Yeah. Are they 80s classics?
Next day I can't talk. I don't feel very well. Something happened.
How many people will be coming to the Mrs. Me in its Mandom Shed Bash?
Oh, there'll probably about 20 or 30 of us from the village.
Oh, lovely.
They're all good friends.
How lovely.
We all go around to each other's shed pubs. And
are they all like yours, though? Because yours is a little bit extravagant.
Yeah.
It's ostentatious is the word I use.
They've got some really good shed pubs.
Is it a bit of a thing, is it? Is it like really... Right, so for people who don't know, Mrs. Me in it, she said she showed me she got her other half, Mousecat, for his birthday, like a neon Mandom sign. And she said it's for the shed pub. Now, shed pubs where I come from, it's like a pissy mattress and some cans of Tennants. It showed me a couple of photos, and I thought that's better than the boozers in Dartford. It's actually it's like a boozer, isn't it? You could charge for the beers in there.
And I've done it up like we've done it up like a 1970s one with a sort of like the racing green and flock wallpaper, which I made.
Which I recognised from the Christmas crack of the call. Good call. Do you prepare or do you shave your red velvet box for your birthday?
Yeah, I've got to sew a few buttons on it still. But I've got it in the cupboard at the moment, and I touch it every now and then, and I get it out.
I don't think. Well, maybe you do actually. That's very rare. What you're talking about, to live in a village where.
I thought you meant my red velvet box.
No, plenty of women have got them. But that's amazing that you can get 20 people from your local community to come to celebrate your birthday. It's they're
a bunch of nutters, and they love a good sing song. They love a good dance, and they just
what. So when I said how much
red velvet bucket, I haven't had any children.
said Crystal Boucher.
Oh, I thought he said bucket.
Yeah, no, that would be too much.
Oh, blimey, it's assuming.
Yeah, but no, if he did say that, it would be a compliment to old Mousecat, though, wouldn't it? You don't want this conversation on your birthday. So when I say how much do you drink, how much will you have? What do you, first of all, what do you drink? What's your tipple? Vodka and orange?
Cider.
Cider.
Yeah, I only drink cider. I can't drink wine because I turn into a bitch woman from hell. So
white and red?
Any wine, can't touch it.
Really?
So I only drink Scrumpy Jack cider. And when I'm having a party or I go to someone else's party, I'll only have a couple of cans. But about 12 o'clock, they get out the shots. Oh. And it's who can drink the most disgusting shot.
So what's tequila?
I go missing at that time and go, yeah, I'm not having none of that because I've
really. So hang on. So on your birthday, you'll have 2 cans of Scrumpy Jack.
Yeah, around about that.
What about his nibs up there? What's he drink like? What will he drink tomorrow, do you reckon?
Oh, I'll put him to bed later. He'll be fine. We've got this bush outside the house. It's called a pyrocanthus, and this bush is the nastiest bush you could have in the world, and everyone falls in it on the way out, and it'll have your skin off, it'll have your face off.
Why do you keep it? Yeah.
I don't know, burglary.
Well, I'll tell you what, you say that, but as you know, I'm in the security game to an extent. And when people are securing their houses, they do tactically put very, very nasty bushes in certain places so that people can't jump out of windows with stuff. Because if you rob an house, you don't want to leave in the front door with the goods because everyone's front door can see you. So if you've got like a side window, but if you've got a thing that's going to lacerate your legs on the way out, that is actually, security companies actually do suggest that.
Oh, this one is vicious, and the times I've sworn at it when I'm trying to trim my bush.
What? Come on.
I hate it, but I love it. It's funny.
I've had some nasty bushes in my time, I can assure you.
Did they bite you?
I told you, I don't know if you were here the other day, but because I had an affair with a mademoiselle of 3 different Thai brothels, she knows all the stories. And there'll be lady boys in those places, and the punter doesn't know. And so the punter's out the back, they do a little massage, and they sort of go, you wanna hear? But you know, they build them up to it so that they're sort of they've already answered the question. And so then they do that, and then they go, you want a bit more? And then
you go, well, you started, you might as well finish.
Yeah, exactly. And then they say, okay, then they negotiate a price, but she'll slip that up the back door because she hasn't got a front door. And the geezer laying on his back, he doesn't know. And the amount of blokes who go to Thailand,
sweet corn.
they don't know that they've actually just had bum sex with a bloke, you know. And it happens. This isn't rare. This happens all the time. You know, most brothels will have 2 or 3 ladyboys.
Yeah.
Terrible story.
Whatever that happens, happens.
Whatever happens. I suppose that's one way of looking at it. I remember the first time I went out to Thailand. When I come home, I had a couple of things sort of that weren't previously upon my little fella, so to speak. So I've gone to the STD clinic on Dean Street in Soho, and she's had a look at it. She said, "Right, I just need to take some details." And she said, "How many times have you had sex in the last 3 months?" And I'd been out in Thailand for 12 weeks, and I went, and I was thinking, right, so it's probably average is about 3 a day. So I've gone. I said about. I said, yeah. I said about 300 times. She went, what? I've just come back from Thailand. She said, well, quite frankly, you deserve anything you've got. I thought, fucking hell, it's not your fucking place to judge my fucking sex. Got worse though, because then she said, the good news is they're not genital warts. She said, I think they are glands.
Wear and tear.
Glands. She said because she said, have you had oil massages? I said, yeah, about 300.
Oh yeah, and you have to squeeze them.
They just went. She just said, just make sure you wash your cock occasionally. And I was like, how often's occasionally?
About 3 times a day.
But she said, I'm just going to get my friend in, another nurse, to have a look. And I said, oh, threesome. She didn't laugh. She did not find it in the slightest. She just sort of turned her nose up at me. The thing is, in a different environment, I can understand that. But if it's a STD clinic, you don't want to. I don't think you should be saying things like that to people. You shouldn't be judging them.
And
I'm trying to do the right thing.
At ease. I was going to, when you have them smear tests, and I go,
I know men have them these days, but I'm yet to have a smear test.
Well, my favourite joke is, I'm not a gynecologist, but I'll have a bloody good look.
I've had my Peason. I just said Peason. Why the fuck did I say that?
That's very posh.
I'm going to stick with it. I've had my Peason. We've moved from Penix to Peason. I've had my Peason frozen with liquid nitrogen, and he froze it to get rid of these warts, and he said make an appointment for next week and come back, because in those days that's how they used to do it. These days it's gone. They just put something on it. It's gone in a week. But in those days, I was having treatment for about a year. I mean, I was doing a lot of speed though, so I wasn't really giving it time to heal, because I was fucking, you'll be all right. Just rub some more filth in there.
You were wearing it out.
By the time I got to the jump I said, he told me to make, as soon as I started arranging the next thing, it defrosted. Fucking agony. I passed out. I just went, fucking hell. It didn't hurt freezing it, but the defrosting was where the pain was. That's a nice birthday. It's your birthday. Yeah, until afterwards, and I was out cold. How's your birthday conversation about sexually transmitted diseases going? What will happen at your? But what will you provide a buffet?
Yes.
And what do you know? What, Joshua? That was what I thought. I thought about the experiment with the banana. They put a banana into liquid nitrogen, didn't they? Then they hit it with a hammer and it shattered. And when he said, it was a big black fella. He went, I'm just going to spray your penis with liquid nitrogen. I thought, yeah, you ain't, but I let him.
You can buy that over the counter now. You know, like when you get tags or something like that. You can buy it in a little syringe.
You sure?
Yeah. And they put it, you just inject it, or if you got, them skin tag things.
I'd done mine with a razor blade. I had one here.
Oh, you could do it with a bit of cotton. That was the old way.
I tried that, but I couldn't get the cotton around it. It weren't so big.
You buy it over the counter. You just go, and it will freeze itself.
You can buy liquid nitrogen in the shop.
Yeah, it's in a little syringe. You put it on the whatever you got. And it would drop off.
You sure it's something similar?
It's got a different name, but it's the same principle.
It's really cold.
Gets really cold, freezes.
Right, you're absolutely right. Yeah. I mean, not that I need it. I just typed in, can I get OTC liquid nitrogen? Oh, no. Liquid nitrogen is not available over the counter. Instead, the product that does the job in a similar, it doesn't say does the job. I just don't want to say waltz again, which I just did. The product that does the job in a similar process uses dimethyl ether. It only cools about 59 degrees below zero, whereas liquid nitrogen reaches 195 degrees. That's why I thought they wouldn't sell you that, because you could fucking do yourself an injury. If you put liquid, I had a skin tag there, and I just didn't want it because it was there on my Adam's app, and I thought, fuck off, I'm not having it.
It is a form of it, but in a lesser degree. But you can buy it over the counter now.
If you got a liquid nitrogen there, you could probably go through to your throat. That's like a tracheotomy.
If you're talking like a soprano.
A soprano? Do you mean castrato?
Like your arsehole. Sorry, you're Adam's apple. would burn out. But
what are you talking about? Why did you say you'll be talking like a soprano?
your voice would go up without an Adam's apple.
I suppose it would. Would it? I don't know if it would.
Yeah.
Does your Adam's apple affect the? I'm speaking really high.
It affects your vocal cords as a man.
I'm going back down here. Do you know there's you've got like your tenor, your baritone, your soprano. There's one called a castrato. Castrati, I think it is. Yeah. And they've cut their bollocks off. They had such a pure voice when they were prepubescent that they said, rather than you lose that, we're going to castrate you so that you have it. And there's actually a recording on YouTube of one of the last castratis. And I have to say, it is a fucking beautiful sound, but I think I'd rather have my junk, to be honest with you.
You've got to be a tenor.
I'd like to. I think it's at least 50 quid if you don't mind. But, so what will you do, like the okey cokey and things like that? Oh, the okey arms stretch, knees bend, rah, rah, rah. Or is it getting a bit too working class for the village?
No, we do a lot of So Sally the Snake. That's Oasis.
What is that?
We call it So Sally the Snake. So Sally the Snake, she knows it's too late. She's walking off.
Sing along. Who's DJ? Or do you just put a mixtape on?
Just what do you put on? You have the
mate's on his phone. He's got all the tracks. He just puts it on. Same
things all the time. Sweet Caroline and the Wurzels and just all mad songs that everyone goes, let's dance.
My favourite one of Neil Diamond is Blue Forever in Blue Jeans.
Oh yeah, we put that on as well. Yeah, we have that one on. It's the same music over and over again, but it keeps.
Which is what you want. That's what you want, don't it? So what is the buffet? What's the out of 100, what would you give your buffet? I mean, is it cold meats and prawn and like lobster, or are we talking cheese footballs?
Well, normally I cook everything, and this year I thought, can't be asked. So I'm getting it from Sainsbury's, already done for me. Because I thought, no, actually, I want a bit of time to myself.
I want to go to your party. How do I get to your party by tomorrow?
So get on a plane and you can come stay with me. You're always welcome to stay with me.
I'd love to go to your party. It sounds amazing, but that's just
good laugh.
Maybe next year.
Yeah. When you're allowed out of Cambodia and I'm allowed out of England.
No, you're allowed out. Yeah, I'm allowed. I can travel anywhere. But what do you say?
We are going away.
We are going away around about September for a holiday. We haven't been away for.
That's when I'll come. Then I'll house sit your place and see if I can take over the village.
But you'll come over the country.
You know what? So you've got. Is there still lockdown issues over there then?
Yeah, we're going to go off to Spain, and you've got to have passport jabs and things like that. And we're not jabbed. We refuse to be jabbed. And so there'll be an almighty row in the airport if they don't let me through.
What are you gonna risk it without the vaccine things? I think you don't need one, but they are going to stick one of those things up. The PCR.
I've already got them. I stocked up on them, so I've got the sticky things.
I had a couple of mates who were going to come out here, and they said the only reason they turned it down in the end was because you can come in here now, I think, but the problem is changing at Bangkok. And they said even if you've got a vaccine pass, if one person on that airplane tests positive, you've got to do 2 weeks in a fucking hotel.
Good.
You know, there's one of those big airplanes that come over here must have 300-400 people on them. So
I don't know how the economy's going, like in the airline business, because I mean, Spain, France, they all rely on the British going over there. And but I haven't had a holiday for about 3 years because of my mum dying, and she was ill, and then bloody COVID. And I thought, right, okay, I'm booking it. Well, it was meant to be away now for my birthday, but I had to change it because of the airport chaos. And
so where in Spain you going?
It's called it's Costa Blanca.
Okay.
But it's called Jalon.
Uma paloma blanco, I'm just a bird in the sky. At your party,
Viva España.
yeah. We used to sing that. I've got Spanish auntie, haven't I? Do you do that one at your thing? And it's hi ho the silver lining.
Oh yeah. And then the shots come out.
And Alice, we do Alice.
Oh, and Alice.
What's
we've changed the Alice.
I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Oh, sing it.
Alice, who the fuck is Alice? But we don't say Alice, we pick on someone.
We pick on someone.
Okay.
So if it's your birthday, they go, Alice, Claire, who the fuck is Claire? So everyone gets a turn at their birthday. Smokey. That's it, yeah.
Is your mandom shed
living next door to Alice? That's it.
That's the one. Now I know. It's like a country song, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, is your mandom shed pub a non-smoking venue?
No.
Thank fuck for that.
No one smokes in it, I don't know.
No, I often don't smoke. I mean, I unfortunately smoke, and I've got the Alan Carr book that I've been meaning to read and walk past like that. Going.
I read that and stopped smoking when I was using heroin. I got off the snouts with that book. I really did.
Oh, right. Well, I bought one that says giving up smoking for women. And I glanced through it and it's all in pictures. And
that's because women aren't so bright.
And you think, something like that, I just go, you're having a fucking laugh.
And it's a bit, that sounds a little bit cheeky, I must admit.
Yeah, and I thought, I've been to hypnosis, didn't work, I ended up laughing all the way through it. You can't hypnotise me. I'm very difficult to hypnotise because in my brain I'm going, I know none of this. I'm making up my own mind.
Well, the thing is, what Alan Carr's going to tell you is that it's a myth that it's hard giving up smoking, and he's right.
Yeah.
There's no withdrawals, but the industry has made people think it's hard.
Well, I know in my own mind and everything going up there, what is stopping me? And I have the arguments and I know all the wars and world wars and all things like that, but my brain goes, don't patronise me. And I go, bollocks, I ain't having none of that. Okay. So that's why I can't be hypnotised. Because my brain's going, don't con me, don't kid me over, you won't fool me.
But when you get hypnotised to stop smoking, they're only trying to relax you. They're not trying to put you into a trance or anything. They're just trying to relax you.
Yeah, but they try and put auto-suggestions in your mind, and you're listening going, you don't know me. I mean,
God,
I am, yes. It's like when I went for the menopause thing, I ended up having a hissy fit with a bird there. She was about 25 years old, and I'm just looking at her going, one day, love, you're going to feel like me. And she's going, oh, what we could do is we can send you to counselling, and we can give you Prozac. And I went, you listen here, love. I said, I'm not taking any of your drugs. I said, I ain't going to no counselling because it won't work. And I said, if you don't give me them patches, I'm going to kill my husband. And I was phoning you up. And I went,
hang on, what patch are you after? HRT?
It's not in the country because of Brexit. And I went, it bloody well is, because I spoke to an expert and she told me you'd say that.
What's that?
Within that hour, I got the drugs.
What hormone replacement therapy is this?
Yeah, the patches you stick on your ass.
Yeah, okay.
And then I found out later, I spoke to the same, she's one of the top experts in the country. And I only know her through the woman down the pub who's a comedian, and she does circuits and that. Okay. And she knows her because she talks about the menopause in a funny way. And I phoned up her again, and she went, no, you're missing estrogen, which I call ostrich pills.
Okay.
Yeah, because you have to have that because I've lost estrogen, so it's all your natural things. And it makes you a bit like, not that I didn't need that before. And I managed to managed to get hold of it because I went to the doctor.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Told him, I went, this is her number. She spoke to the doctor, and the doctor went, I'll get them for you. But they didn't offer it before. I mean, everything that I have to do, I have to scream and shout and kick off.
I think
I really don't do that normally.
It's another one of the problems with advanced societies where it's become such a bureaucratic, such an admin. Out here, they don't have prescriptions. If you know what drugs you want, you just go to a pharmacy and get them. Now, people would think, oh, but it's fucking mayhem. No, it's not. It's not. There's not a lot of drug abuse here. And,
we had that in Goa. When we were travelling in Goa, you'd go into a pharmacist and go, oh, we've got a lot of travelling to do. Can you give us some whiz?
Yeah,
there you go. Hey, party tonight. One thing later. Mouse Cat lost his flip-flop on one of these rave parties on the beach.
Hang on. When are we talking now? About 94? You and Mouse Cat down and giving it all that, were you?
We were 96, and then we went in New Year 99. So we was on the beach as the New Year came in.
Did you do acid, the pair of you?
Yeah.
Did you? Did you and Mouse Cat do acid and go on the beach? You fucking.
And he came home with one flip flop on, so it was just a flip. He was a kid walking down the road going flip.
You know why they're called flip flops?
Because they flip flop.
No, they were invented by a French man called Philippe Flop.
Oh, right. Yeah, I believe you, yeah.
You bought that for a split second, though.
Yeah,
listen, I'm going to let you go, Mrs. Me in it. Listen, have a lovely time tomorrow. It's an envious situation you've got there. And you know, remember that you've worked for that, the pair of you. You've made sacrifices for all that. And it sounds like you live in a lovely place and you've got, what a lovely community. When I come back to England, there's a load of people I want to see, but I certainly want to come down and see you too. So look after yourself. Enjoy it. Have you got any spare young female friends that I can share it with?
I can find them.
Because otherwise, you'll find me sleepwalking around the house naked at night, bumping into things.
Well, I do that anyway. So
that could be a problem. That's Look after yourselves. Ta-ra, Mouse Cat.
Bye, everyone.
Bless you. Happy birthday. What an absolutely lovely couple. And I meant what I said there. I know a fair amount about them because we talk via email about things that aren't for public consumption, and they have made sacrifices and they fucking work hard as well, and they work hard in an environment where it's not getting any easier. I know business at the moment is fucking hard, and you've got to be grateful. Gratitude is such an engine of life. Imagine living in a community where it's your birthday and you're going to get 15, 20, 25 people come round. You're going to have a nice time. There's going to be no nonsense. Everyone's going to have a few drinks. I would suggest that many of us here don't have that, and so, yeah, enjoy it, people. Hello, Tech Roach. Hello, Sophist. Hello, ST3. Yeah, good chat. Right, let's listen to a little bit of Lumi from last night. It's just this one moment where he hang on, Billy's dropped Billy's dropped a donation into Entropy, which we'll have a look at. Oh, so's Mr. Falstaff. We can have a look at those together. That saves a bit of chopping and changing. Here we go. What time is it anyway? Fuck me, it's late. I've nearly done 2 hours. Right, hang on. Here we go. Let's see what John and Bill have got to say. Or not, as the case may be. Here we go. I'm just going to hit my vape, all that talk of smoking. So Billy says, does anyone know the name of the bridge called the Taint of England? Billy, it's called the Taint of England. or UK? Because on one side there's a sewage work and on the other side a fish factory or something like that. See you later, I'm off. Does anyone know where there's a bridge, where there's a sewage works on one side and a fish factory on the other? I've never heard of that, Bill. Mr. Falstaff drops free bond in and he says, towards this month's arse patch. Lumi wants you to keep donating. Hey, mate, I wouldn't put it on to embarrass you. You were great. You were entertaining. I only knew that you were drunk when Pizzle pointed it out, but it's probably not as bad as you think, unless you've watched it back already yourself. Tony reckons it might be Derry Bridge. Daffyd said it's probably the Humber Bridge. I was nearly going to say Dartford Bridge. But it's funny because I say, I've told you to market it, and you just go, no, I just write good things. It's quite sweet. It's not embarrassing. Let's hear it. So this was Lumi on last night. I'll take it back a bit. Now at the point it will start playing, I don't know he's drunk. Pizzle's been on, and we've both been digging him. We were at both either side of him, which doesn't help. And we were just, light-hearted piss taking. There was nothing nasty about it. And then we got on to the subject of his book or his writing. And I said, well, I've told you about marking it. And I think I say something like, no one's going to read it if they don't know it's there. And then Lumi says some words to something like, you're writing good stuff. It's very funny. Check it out. Here we go. Don't worry, Lumi. It's good. It's not embarrassing. It's good. It's a class performance. All those people on writers' office hours, all that lot who jump on there as soon as it comes out, they've got like sort of 5. And they're like, I've been going for 6 months. I've got 5 subscribers. I'm thinking, right, 5 subscribers. That's 3 people reading it. Yeah, But you don't. I get the feeling you don't do much marketing. You don't do any.
So any marketing, yeah, you're right.
Well, they're not going to come to you unless you market it, are they?
All right, come on, all right, is bloody good stuff, So.
Hang on, is that your answer? Just listen to that again. Just amazing. Listen to what he says. All right, good stuff. It's so good. Yeah, I'll check it again. Unless you market it, are they?
All right, come on, all right, is bloody good stuff, So.
Hang on, is that your answer to me? It's fucking amazing. Good stuff. Right, now, while we're on that, let me tell you what happened on Substack. I'm disappointed with Substack. I might make a standalone video about this. So I told you lot a couple of times now that when they do this thing called writers' office hours, and it's basically a bit where all the writers can come on and discuss, ask each other questions. Oh, I'm thinking of going to paid subscriptions. Does anyone know? Blah, blah, blah. But all it really is people promoting their own channels. So they pretend to be engaged in something, and they'll even answer other people's questions by sort of saying, well, I found that a good way of blah, 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 blah. I mean, my channel, what? I mean, my channel, and then they'll name it, and then they'll say something like, I could do with some subscribers, blah, blah, blah. I write about, and it's just self-promotion. So a couple of weeks ago when it came on, I got in early. I was about the 6th comment. I went, right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go again. Time to promote your Substack while pretending to give a shit about what anyone else is saying. Got about 16 likes. I went through loads of the other comments and was not nasty, but just sort of going, oh, you've done quite a good job there. I was almost convinced you cared. This week, I got in question. I was the 4th person because there's thousands of comments on these things. And I was, as soon as that notification come through my phone, I was like, quick, get on there, try and get that first one in. And I got the fourth one. And I said, right, here we go again. Top points go to the person who can promote their own Substack while pretending to care about someone else's question. Bonus points go to anyone who can mention suicide, self-harm, or something else, something like that, right? They fucking removed the comment. They censored me. Now, in the set, I'll show you it. I'll show you the comment. And I am disappointed in them. I should have known, really, because liberalism has infected everywhere. But yeah, hopefully you can read this. Look. Now this isn't just boring because it goes in a direction you can probably already see. Now, can you see at the top there? Comment removed. 9 likes. The comment, the person who removed it, lesbian liberal Bailey, 3 likes. So already it doesn't stand up. I think Osmeister dropped a donation in. Osmeister, he sounds like the drunk old guy from the Far Show. I was very, very drunk. Yeah, exactly. Nice one, Osmeister. And he did for about an hour. Now listen to what Bailey says. Hey there, Chris. Substack is founded on the belief that writers and their work deserve respect. Well, for a start, that's not true. What if they're awful? What if their writing is awful and you respect them and that? And so you don't tell them the truth. You don't say, to be honest with you, this is dreadful. If you want to be a decent writer, I'd advise you maybe read a bit more. You maybe live a bit more, maybe spend a bit more time crafting it. But this isn't anything. Because just, this is participation. This is participation medal stuff. Substack is founded on the belief that writers and their work deserve respect. If you're cynical about this, about the space, we'd prefer if you didn't participate versus bringing this kind of contribution. Oh, okay, but so you're not respecting my what I've got to say, no? You're not allowed to be cynical. That's great. I'm going to remove this comment out of respect to the other writers who show up here genuinely help and support others. They don't, people. They don't. Most of them are just promoting themselves. If you want to read more about our community guidelines, you can check them out here. So I answered, I don't know how to get that thing off the comment off the bottom. Hang on. There you go. So I answered, that's a shame. So no cynicism. I think the likes my comment received showed people understood my comment in the humorous way it was intended, just like they did last time when I said something very similar. There is no doubt that people use this space to promote themselves in the guise of asking a question they have little interest in. But it's your platform. I'll accept the censorship and keep my head down. Right now, let me show you the community guidelines. This is worth waiting for because the irony is ridiculous. Might be best going the history route to save time. Hang on. Right, hang on. Because this will blow your mind. Ah, fucking hell, it's going to take ages to find it. Oh, hang on. Hang on, nearly there, nearly here. Right, I think I'm there. I found it. Right. So bear all that in mind. This is the actual link that Bailey sent me to, right? So you can see that. Community guidelines for Substack company programs, events, and publications. So they're not, in fairness, they're not talking about your own writing. They're talking about things like the writer's office hours, which was what I commented on, and which my comment got removed from, right? They censored my comment. That was just a joke anyway, obviously. And it had about 30 replies, people saying things like, if you don't subscribe to my channel, I'm going to kill myself. That's a joke. And there was other people saying things like, "Oh, if we can get enough comments, we can get a country and western song out of this." You know, it was obviously light-hearted and fun, right? And this is the link that Bailey sent me to. At Substack, we believe in putting writers and readers in charge. What? What, by deleting my comment? That includes letting writers set the rules in their own community spaces. Now, you know, perhaps the twat doth protest too much, but writers' office hours is a community space. So they believe in letting the writers be in charge of that and setting the rules. You know, of the one that they deleted my comment in. that don't make sense. That's not just me being an arsehole, is it? That's bullshit. That's bullshit. And she linked me to this. I might have to link her back to it and go, yeah, you might want to read that before you send it to me again. And then it goes, the rest of it's not so interesting, but we want to set an example that this is our community, blah, 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 blah. Basically, they say here that this isn't your own writing, it's just a community spaces. Be kind, right here. Stay on topic, right? That includes spam and repetitive self-promotion. They say they don't want that. And that's what I was calling out. Repetitive self-promotion. Number 3, criticizing Substack is fair game. Oh, really? Oh, really? We welcome and value critiques of Substack and its policies as long as you keep the language civil. Yep, did that. Did all of that. You lying bastards. Right. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Then I thought I'll check out this Bailey figure who's part of Substack, who was part of setting up Instagram, by the way, which is a devilish platform that has done no end of damage to society and doesn't write anything, just organizes things. And one of the things they organized was their Black Lives Matter promotion, where they said they are going to promote and they're going to promote and lift up black voices. Black voices, not Asian, not Indian, black, right? For some reason, I don't know why. It's an American company, right? And then they said their target is to have 30% of their promoted writers black. Now, the African-American population of America is about 13%. Now, if you take the children out of that who ain't writing on Substack, you're probably left with about, I imagine, half of that, or what, three-fifths. So they're promoting a particular group far beyond their representation in the community for reasons they don't explain. You've just got to accept that. And why are they? What can't they do that? Can't they compete on a level playing field? What? There's no explanation of why. Now, this isn't sour grapes, because Substack has done me proud. I love it. And they are exceptionally good with censorship. I mean, most of you have read my writing and they haven't chucked me off it. And I don't think they will. And, you know, they say we don't censor people. They haven't got advertisers to keep happy. You know, they use, when you get paid subscribers, they take 10%. That's their business model. And I think that's an excellent business model. But that's why this has let me down a bit. This is why I'm disappointed in this. I feel a bit disappointed by this. And even the fucking community guidelines that she sent me to back me up, not her. And I just don't think pandering to people makes them better artists. I think being brutal to them makes them better artists. I think saying the truth makes you a better artist. And I think a community space is better when all voices are allowed. And you can take whatever angle you want. What? No cynicism. All right, what's it going to be next? No sarcasm. What's it going to be next? You know, no double entendres. What's it going to be next? Because this is liberalism has just invaded it. And I'm going to contact them and I'm going to talk to them about this, because I think they've let themselves down. And again, like I say, I love Substack and I won't be leaving it. It's given me the ability to get to put a load of work out there, get a lot of encouragement, and that's been really helpful for getting this novel finished. And without Substack, I think I'd be up shit creek at the moment, because I hit a brick wall in terms of my confidence, my creative confidence. But when I got that email today, and I just thought, yeah, they've censored you. They've censored you. And even in there, I mean, look, I'm just going to read that to you once again. At Substack, we believe in putting writers and readers in charge. That includes letting writers set the rules in their own community spaces. And then an administrator censors me. Nah, I'm not buying it. It's awful. Or what a shame. But, you know, nowhere's perfect, because liberalism invades everything. And they want it to be a safe space. That's what that is. They want it to be a safe space where people just, and I tell you what, that writers' office areas, it's so cuntish. It's just people being disgustingly, cloyingly nice to each other because they want people to subscribe to them. That's all it is. And I don't look at that and think this is a productive writing group. You know, right? When I talk to Will, we don't sit there going, yeah, okay, yeah, that's great. No, when me and Semiagog spoke yesterday about meaning, about art and writing, were we nice to each other? Did we sit there going, yeah, you're right? No, we fucking didn't. We actually got passionate about our positions. And, you know, yeah, we had a laugh as well, because we're mature enough to know that you can get passionate and you can be angry and you can defend your position without falling out with someone, without thinking that someone's attacking you. They're attacking your point, not you. But that's not helping any writers. I'll tell you what that's doing. That's being inclusive to people who ain't going to make it in that world. Because if you can't have a bloke like me make a little joke because it might upset you, well, good luck publishing a fucking book, because it's fucking ruthless out there. And you'll be swinging from your fucking rafters the second day after it's published, when someone just tweets you and says that pile of shit you published last night ain't even worth using for fire paper because it made my house smell. So yeah, it was a bit disappointing, and I think I might just calm down. It might be worth not taking any further, because I don't want to draw attention to me, because I like my Substack. You know, I don't make any money out of it, but I like it because I've got a good readership there. But they won't ever put me on their front page. They won't ever have me. Oh, what do you read? What inspired you? No, because it's always women, it's always minorities, and I should have known this. I've got a little photo here I'm going to show you. You know, JC. How do I do it there? You know, JC, he come on here before, big muscly lad, doing well, worked hard, you know, investing, trying to do the right thing, works hard and plays hard. Check out this photo he sent me. He said the message was, I might catch your stream later, right? And then he sent me this photo. Hang on. I said to him, if catching my stream means leaving what you're doing there, please don't. Please don't, because it looks like you're winning. It looks like you're absolutely winning. Good luck to him. That's JC, who drops big napalm donations into insert entropy. So yeah, having a good time out there. If you are watching this, JC, fucking enjoy yourself, mate, because that's what all that hard work's about. Right, I've got a couple of other things to show you. I think Vincent sent me this. I don't know who it is. Can someone tell me? I recognise him. I think he's a big American 50s pop star, but look at his Barnet Fair. Good Lord. Is it Gene Vincent? Is that Gene Vincent? Or am I totally... What? I'm just looking at all the comments that have come through about Substack. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, Dax, yeah, be kind. I mean, fuck off. That's not the real world. She's got a skinhead, yeah. Yeah, she has got a skinhead. I mean, you know. Yeah, it's bleached. It used to be long and brown, and now it's bleached and shaved off. But you know, that's she can look how she wants. But it was you know, it was just a shame. Right, so some donations have come through, but I can't find them. Is it Dick Emery? It does look a bit like Dick Emery. Is it Liberace? Is that Liberace? Nah, that it looks like it's not Pat Butcher. Osmeister says his hair looks like the end of my penis. Broken Silence says to put a 99 flake in it. It ain't glitter. No, it ain't glitter. I don't know who it is. Vincent, you know who it is. Mousecat dropped a 10 spot. Nice one, brother. Enjoy your party tomorrow night, Mousecat. Chris, just done a job for a book distribution company who supplies Amazon. Talking to the director, he said he buys in books in bulk. He decides what will be hit. Told him he decides what will be a hit. Oh, hang on. Oh, no, good call. Send him the link. Send him the link. Thank you, mate. That's good to know. That's much appreciated, Kanatu. I'm a bit confused about what his role is, but no, pass me on to anyone in the industry. That would be much appreciated. Good call, Mousecat. Mousecat. Sorry, I've hit the 2 hour mark. Hello, Meganesia. Looks succulent. Nice. Not as succulent as your jelly topped avatar. Vincent, who is it? Jay Leno. Welsh Elvis, of course. Wayne Cochrane. Oh, I should have known. Someone I've absolutely never heard of. He looks guilty. ST3, he's smuggling something inside of that. Grego calls him a flop of seagulls. Right, we've got another photo sent in by a scrub. I think this one was Duck Boy. Check this out, look. So there's a sign here showing you what you can do with this kid's toy, yeah, in a park. So if you can see my cursor, you can cover your ears for some reason here. You can sit on it while reading a book. I don't know what this is. Crying. What the fuck's that? What is that? Lay down and hold your ears. Okay. And then you can sit on it and gently read a book while we used to get our step throughs on the roundabouts and make them go about 1,000 miles an hour. You can get a gun of some sort. You can snap the end off your Kalashnikov if you want to go on it. And the life jacket is obviously another good idea before you go on this ride. Hula hooping. There's an angle there to show you nothing to do with a hula hoop. Now, but the sign isn't even the best joke. The best joke is, so there's the ride in the middle, yeah? Let's have a look at the toy. Let's have a look at that ride in real. Oh. Look at it. Okay, absolutely not understand the sign, but that's marvelous, isn't it? What diversity I knocked this up. What is it? The fuck is it? Good call. Nice one, Vincent. Nice one, Duck Boy. They were both cracking. LC350 and Lindsay have dropped entropies in. Let's have a look at them. Yeah, shame about Substack, but not surprising. I think now I've calmed down and vented a bit, I'll just leave it. I think I said my bit. I said, it's your platform. I will accept your censorship and keep my head down. And that is enough said. Because if you draw attention to yourself, they'll want you off it, and they'll find an excuse to get me off the place, And I'm doing quite well out of it. I like it. Henry! All right, Chris, thanks for keeping me sane at the cost of my sanity, Henry. It's a pleasure. Thank you, mate. Appreciate the $8.99, and it's a pleasure to help keep you sane. Grego says, I missed an entropy by him. Hang on, while I'm looking for that, Henry deserves far more airtime. Where's Grego's other one? Oh, you fucking did as well. Oh, and LC350. Right, I'll grab hold of those two. Right, I'll do the two I've got on the screen at the moment. Thank you, Henry. And sorry, Grego. Thanks for the reminder. So we'll do these two first, and I'll do the couple I missed earlier. LC350 says, hello, Chris and Scrubs. Did you hum Boy with an Arab Strap earlier? Not that I know of, but I do think it's a very lovely song. It's a lovely song, The Boy with the Arab Strap. It's got that lovely, what is it, Fender Rhodes intro, hasn't it? What is it? The odor of old prison food takes a long time to pass you by. Oh, it's lovely. Day upon day of this wandering gets you down. Nobody gives you a dime or a dollar in this old town. Lovely, lovely song. Lindsay, I love Mrs. Me in it. Syd Barrett, what's his best album, Chris? All three. So Opal, Barrett, and what? I don't know what the other one is. Opal, Barrett. Oh, and the Madcap Laughs. Opal's the best one, but it's not the most. I don't think it's the most. What's the word? Easy to get into. That's not the word, but you know what I mean. And what are your top three Barrett tunes? It's going to be Rats in at number 1. In at number 2, Octopus. Trip to a dream dragon. Hide your wings in a ghost town. And at number 3, so Rats is brilliant. Rats, lay down flat. We don't need you if you act like that. And if you think you're unloved, then we know about that. Fucking brilliant. I'll have to think about number 3. I'll have to think. Maybe 3's changing. My ultimate favourite is Rats, without a doubt. It's awesome. Splosh It, Moxie, Very Smelly, Gable. Oh, man, what a song. Let's hear a little bit of Rats. Nice one on the Denasciatos. I've got something to play you off of that. That's why that Gutfield clips up. Let's listen to a bit of Rats. Just the opening. Even arriving, tinkling, singling wet, we meet in fleck. Oh my God. Of each fair day, I give you half. Of each fair day, I give you half. I look into your eyes and you play in the sun for you. And if anyone thinks that's terrible singing, it is, yeah. But it's a perfect impersonation of Barrett. We'll hear a bit of the intro and then I'll move it into when he really gets going. This is the best Barrett song ever.
yes, that's love. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's love. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Right, so that's a bit of the intro, and by about here, I reckon he's absolutely smashing it. Let me just check. Yeah, check this out. Seething wet, we meet in Fleck. Seething wet, we meet in Fleck. I look into your eyes and you.
And statuesque. Seething wet, we meet in Fleck. Seething wet, we meet in Fleck. Lines and winds and fib and half. Each fair day I give you half. Each fair day I give you half. I look into your eyes and you late in the sun for you.
Unfortunately, I could just listen to that forever, but I'll get yeeted. I wouldn't be surprised if I am now. Fucking brilliant. Syd Barrett, isn't it? Like probably the best singer-songwriter that's ever came out of England, if not the world. There's no one like him, is there? Like Cohen, he's an absolute one-off. There's no one like him. Fucking brilliant, man. That's brilliant. I want it to get to the rats. Rats, lay down flat.
I'll have him try.
He's really having it.
Splosh, epoxy, very smelly, cable, slim trap, channel, cut, the seam is taken off. Rats, lay down flat. We don't need you, we act like that. If you think you're unloved, then we know about that.
Fucking hell.
Rats, lay down flat. Yes, lay down flat.
Oh, it's beautiful. So Rats, Lindsay, to answer your question, Rats is in at number 1. Octopus, trip to a dream dragon, eyes your wings in a ghost tower, sails crackling at every blade she breaks. Was struck by scattered needles, little mini concoughs and clears his throat. Madam, you see before you stand. Hey ho, never be still. The old original favourite brand. I forgot the words. So Octopus is in at number 2. I'll have to get back to you on the third one. Arnold Lane is lovely, but that's with Pink Floyd. That is as well, weirdly, but there is solo albums. Arnold Lane. There's a road in Dartford, Vincent, called Arnold's Lane, and it's quite typical for the teenagers when they get into Barrett to get a photo of them by the road sign Arnold's Lane. So that's that. Okay, I think I answered your other question, didn't I? I answered LC Thrifted. Thank you, LC, for that Lady Godiva. Thank you, Lindsay, for that. Barrett. I'm getting so confused here. For the Barrett thing. The favourite album is Opal. Rats is on Opal, and Rats is the ultimate favourite. But it's kind of changing, Sometimes I'll put on... What is... Lindsay, I can't remember what the one is You Feel Me. Oh, no, that's Phil. What's the one where it goes, yes, I'm thinking. Yes, I'm thinking of you. Yes, I am. Puddletown Tom was the underground. Maybe it's called Puddletown Tom. Hold you tight. It's fucking beautiful. But it's a bit naughty that they left all the bad takes on it. Vartinchester United 1, Slide Batters Herring C. What's that song? Does anyone in the chat know what that song's called? Let me have a look at the Madcap Laughs song list. I'll remember because that's on the Madcap Laughs. Dark globe, no, it's no good trying no man's land. Here I go, and don't you know? I said, yeah. She took a long cold look. The first line of took a long cold look at me goes like this. She took a long cold look at me and smiled and gazed all over my arm. Fucking hell. It might be If It's In You. Let's see if it's in you. Yeah, this is it. Check this out. This is my number 3 favorite. I'll play it through the system so you can hear it. This is also occasionally my number 1 favorite. For a man with very limited vocal range, to try and take this sort of almost Indian raga-like movement through the notes is what incredible cojones. Check this out, people. This is called If It's In You, which I forgot until now, to be honest with you. But I know the song. Check it. Hang on, did I put the audio on? Not much point playing music if you don't. Here we go.
Yes, I'm thinking. Yes, I'm thinking. Look, you know, I'll start again. I'll start again.
It's beautiful, isn't it? The old blue and orange.
It's just the fact, you know, going through it. I mean, if we could cut. Yes, I'm thinking of this. Yes, I am. Puddle Town Tom was the underground. Hold you tight, you're so close. Yes, you are. Please hold on to the steel rail.
Gonna start crying in a minute. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Yeah, you've absolutely made my evening. I will be listening to those 2 albums after this stream back to back. Barrett, man. Fucking Barrett. I'll tell you my discovering of Barrett's story. So I was listening to like Wish You Were Here, and you won't catch me listening to Wish You Were Here anymore. You won't have and The Wall. Mama, do you think they'll drop the bomb? It's a bit gross. It's a bit middle-aged man's rock. And it's all right though. I loved it at the time. And I met a geezer at a party, and I was tripping balls, and he was a good laugh, this bloke. And he said, I've got some weed at home. He said, should we get out of here and go and listen to some music? I said, yeah, let's do that. He's a nice bloke. So we go around his house, and he said, so what sort of music do you like? And I was like, well, Doors, bit of Floyd. And he went, you like Barrett? I went, who's Barrett? He went, Syd Barrett. He said he was the original Pink Floyd vocalist. I said, I've never heard of him. He went, sit yourself down, son. And mind blown, etched into my mind. And I remember the next day waking up, and because I slept over in the spare room, and in the morning I went in there, I went, Barrett, that happened, right? That's a real thing. He went, yeah, it's a real thing. He went, yeah. He said, I'll run it. He ran them off on a couple of cassettes for me. And fuck me. We went mushroom picking in Wales, and we got Opal stuck in the car cassette player. So all we had the drive up there and the 7-hour tripping drive back was Barrett's Opal. Right. Grego also made another donation, which is quite funny actually, and deserves its moment of glory. And he said this. You're a cheeky fucker, Grego. He dropped another Ayrton Senna in, though. So, the old Thai holiday fund is getting there big time. He said, thanks for the wasp in a bowl of blood sampler. Here's another 10-bit for you to never play it again. Done. Nice one, Gregor. A Prasha canoe too. Billy, you drive? I can't drive, so no, but I've got plenty of friends who have. We got stopped on that drive by the gathers. They hit the old lights and we were like, oh no. We had like 4 carrier bags of mushrooms in the back seat. And the copper put his torch through the window. He went, do you know how fast you were going? And my mate was like, no. But I thought we'll be all right. In those days, fresh mushrooms weren't illegal. And we had nothing else on. There's maybe a bit of weed, like nothing. And he went, 17 miles per hour. He said, this is a motorway. He went, put your foot down a bit or we'll pick you up again. We were like, oh, sorry, mate. 17 miles per hour. Billy says, you still haven't read that stupid entropy from yesterday. Oh, God, the asshole. I can't now, Bill. I can't now because it means coming out of entropy. But I will do, Bill. Thanks for reminding me. I will do. Right, I will do. I'll after this, I will have a look at it. Weirdly, an ex-girlfriend. I said to an ex-girlfriend, "Did you watch any of Glastonbury over the weekend?" And I said to her, "None of it meant anything to me." And she said, "Idols." I don't even know how you pronounce it. Idlers, the Ides of March. And she said they were all right. And I said, "Oh, I'll give them a listen," but I haven't yet. Marzipan remembers when Radio Chaos come out, when I first got into soap bar, weed and chocolate. It's fucking shit though, isn't it? Radio Chaos, isn't it? I'm a little Welsh boy who wanted to listen to the radio. It's fucking awful. It's awful. I think Radio Chaos is so shit. And the worst one, there's a worse one, the pros and cons of hitchhiking. Fuck off. There were Arabs with knives at the foot of the bed, right at the foot of the bed. Oh my God, how did they get in here? I thought we were safe home in England. It's so contrived. Imagine being a band and having Syd Barrett as your vocalist, right? Piper at the Gates of Dawn, ready? All movement is accomplished in 6 stages, and the 7th brings return. For 7 is the number of the young white. It falls when darkness is increased by 1. Genius. And then he fucks off and goes mad. Roger Waters says, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll take over the vocals. All right, no problem. Mother, do you think they'll drop the bomb? Get over it. Fuck off. There were Arabs with knives at the foot of the bed. Right at the foot of the bed. Oh, here's the difference. We used to listen to Syd Barrett on acid and be crying at the passion, at the just the artistic integrity, and we'd put Roger Waters on to laugh. We used to play The Wall on acid and be crying with laughter at it. It's so Hello. Is there anybody in there? Just nod if you can hear me. Oh, and he's got that bit of hash. No way, man, you're smoking hash. You must be out of your mind. Relax. You need some medication. Good. Bob Geldof with his no eyebrows. Oh, fuck off. You give me the shakes. Don't get me wrong. It's all right if you're 15. It's all right if you're 15. It's perfect. But 15 and 20 days, it's time to take it to a boot fair and swap it for a pair of bells or something. No, I can't be doing that. What a terrible swap that was. However, to cut them a little bit of slack, I quite like Medal. What's that lovely song on Medal, actually? What is it? There's a great cover of it by another very good band. And as I rise above the tree line in the cloud, I look down, hearing the sounds of the things you said today. So that lovely little guitar line in it. Down, 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 down. Yeah, that's all right. But apart from that, fuck you, Waters. He's a slum landlord anyway, fuck him. Right. I've got something to show you, and I can't remember what it is. So it's a bit from Gutfield, and Gutfield's terribly unfunny. He's getting the most... I'm so glad you said that. I'm with you, Ian. I hate the wall with a passion. Absolute gash, yeah. Yeah, it's so embarrassing. It's so cringe. Hello, Joe. That's it. Fearless. That's the song. There's a band that cover it, and they do a beautiful version of it as well. I think it might be Low. It might be Low who do a cover of Fearless. If anyone can confirm that. No, I think it's called Fearless, isn't it? I don't think it's called Fearlessly. Lenny Henry is amazed at the lack of black and brown people at Glastonbury. Who cares? What, I mean, they don't want to go, or they'd be there, wouldn't they? They don't. They're different. They do different things. You'll be surprised that how many white people are there at the Notting Hill Carnival? You try saying that. Say that in public and see what happens to your job. John says, I never liked Floyd. Wish You Were Here is an okay tune when someone's dead. Well, even the irony being, of course, the whole album of Wish You Were Here is about Syd Barrett. Still fucking wincing him. When someone's dead. I mean, it's quite nice. Down, 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 down. But it's not Barrett. That first Floyd album, Piper at the Gates of Dawn, it's a seminal piece of work. Written and recorded a year before Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club. And they tried to take the crown for being the psychedelic dons of the 60s. No, you can fuck off. You need to listen to Piper at the Gates of Dawn. Oh, mother, tell me more. Why'd you have to leave me there, hanging in my infantile, waiting? Right, I can't remember why I've got this Gutfield clip, but let's have a look and we'll probably find out. If I remember, it's quite interesting. This could be embarrassing. I was in a very different mood when I got this clip.
I keep forgetting this is a children's show. The Jugglers will be out next. All right, up next, is a trans skateboarder lame?
Right, that's what it is. So this is a story of a trans skateboarder who won, right? He's a geezer. He's 27 years old, 27, 28, something like that. Second place, 13-year-old girl. This was the girls' skateboarding final, and a 28-year-old bloke won. He won 500 quid that was obviously denied the 13-year-old girl who probably needs it more than a bloke with a job. Sorry, I mean a woman with no transition whatsoever, just identifies as a woman. Interesting. Someone said something in the chat then that was very relevant. Clark, that in fairness, that is a good tune, but that's Dave Gilmour, isn't it? What does Roger Waters do in Set the Controls for the Art of the Song? That's Gilmour, and Gilmour's got some musicality without a doubt. But, you know. All right, hang on a minute. Hang on, I might have made a terrible mistake. There were arrows with knives at the foot of the bed. Right at the foot of the bed. That's so embarrassing. There, I think you'll find, according to Wikipedia, Dennis, you're wrong. But I suppose it comes down to when it was written, and yeah, no worries. It's not as far away as I thought. Yeah, in fairness, I'll give you that, Dennis. But I think some further. It's not as good though. I think it's fair enough to say that Sgt. Pepper's is a little bit. You know, here's what me and Bally G used to argue about, because the Beatles, being money men, which is all right, they made music that sounded like psychedelia. They used psychedelic aesthetics, whereas Barrett is psychedelic. It's inside of psychedelia. He's not trying to sound psychedelic. He just is. Whereas the Beatles thought, oh yeah, let's play some trombones backwards and, you know, some quack, quack, you know, beep, boop, beep. You know, it's just so contrived, isn't it? And you know it's so contrived because the albums before and after sounded nothing like it, because they stuck with what was selling at the time. They just, oh, this is what's happening now. We'll make our music sound like that. Barrett didn't do that. Not at all. It's a beautiful song, that Fearless. I'm going to have to give that a listen afterwards. But I think the version by Lowe is... I'm still slagging off Floyd. The version by Lowe is better than Floyd. Anyway, so this fucking skateboarder, let me know what you think of this. Have a look. Let me know you can hear it.
I keep forgetting this is a children's show.
Could you hear that? LC350 played at Scrubstock. Yeah, there was only a few of us there, man. But whoa. Mousecat said that photo of Bally G looked like the bloke out the Rocky Horror movie. Yeah, people, I'll get that up on the screen so you can see it. Picture. Mumford sent me a couple of pictures of us at college earlier. Oh, actually, I might have to show you that as well. That's so based. Hang on. Here's my boy. There he is. This was just before his third year recital. Look at him playing the Flingadella. Good call, Mousecat. Look at old Mumford. Look with his long locks. Look at him. We had such a laugh at college. Good call, Anglo. He was a skater boy. Look at old Mumford. Bless him. There's another photo in that little collection. Hang on. It's me and him. We're doing a gig at college. I'm on my Juno. I'm playing my Juno. You can't really see much, but there's Bally G. Oh, can you even see that? There's Bally G there, of course, playing guitar, and there's me there on my Roland Juno 6 synth. Look, smoking bifters inside boozers. Fuck me, look how long ago it was. It's amazing, isn't it? Because even though it's barely focused, you can see what a shockingly handsome person I am. It's incredible. Look at Mumford. Look at that other photo. He was great, man. It was such brilliant times. Look at him. And I'll tell you what, he used to stink like a proper tramp as well. He didn't change those clothes. He did have one white suit like John Lennon's from the Abbey Road cover, but it was so covered in Guinness stains. Right, okay. What were we doing? Gutfeld, wasn't it? So you should still be able to hear this. Here we go. Yes, yeah. The ladies loved me and the men avoided me. Here we go. Quite an interesting story.
The jugglers will be out next. All right, up next is a trans skateboarder lame for her utter lack of trans male skateboarder thinks it's fine to crush teenage girls at age 29. Yeah, I speak of a 29-year-old trans who in a New York skateboarding contest bested a bunch of teens not even old enough to date Leo DiCaprio. Funny. Ricky Trays, who was born a man but now identifies as a woman but has not had gender reassignment surgery.
So it's just a geezer. How old did he say he was? 28. Just a bloke who says he's a woman, and he went into a girls' skateboarding competition. Run off with the money as well. In a minute, you'll hear him speak. He's just an arsehole, just a narcissistic, self-sexualizing arsehole.
Won the women's division of a street competition and the $500 prize. The girl who finished second is 13. 29-year-old male saying he's a woman beat a 13-year-old girl.
Now, don't quote me on this, but look into it. If I remember rightly, this geezer here who won the girls' skateboarding competition with his very feminine shoulders, I think he's got 3 kids and a wife. That must be going down well. 29, John, is it? Fuck me, I underestimated it. Yeah, but Bill, you could. You absolutely could. But this is going against the grain because most other sports have decided that this ain't happening anymore. I wonder why.
4 of the 6 finalists under the age of 17. Those were the other. But apparently Trays, I don't know. She doesn't care. Boy, this is so confusing. In an interview with the Daily Mail, which is a website and not the escort service.
Big difference.
That I used to work for.
Right.
Trays defended the decision to beat these kids.
I find that funny because that's like what I'm getting beat up about the most is like, you're beating little kids and little girls. I didn't intend to do that. This was the first competition that I've been to that I actually wanted to win. I'm not going to go there and be like, oh, I'll go easy on them because they're kids.
Such a guy. That is.
I'm not going to go easy on them because they're kids. No, but you might have done because they were girls. Maybe because they were kids and they were girls. You've got age and sex on your side. I didn't give a fuck. Thanks for the money. I'm the champion. Yeah. Live with it. It's weird that so many of them end up killing themselves, isn't it? With that kind of outlook on life. Ludwig's nailed it. Ludwig's nailed it. With all their makeup and their silly little smiles and all that. No, these are nasty. You've absolutely nailed it, Ludwig. They're not to be trusted. Look, have a look. This geezer just took on a bunch of kids, a bunch of young girls in a skateboarding fucking competition. He's 29. And that was his response. Listen.
Escort service.
Big difference.
That I used to work for.
Hang on, sorry.
Right.
Trays defended the decision to beat these kids.
Little kids and little girls. I didn't intend to do that. This was the first.
Oh, it was just a fucking accident. There I was on my skateboard, putting my name on the form and that. It just happened that way.
This competition that I've been to that I actually wanted to win. I'm not going to go there and be like, oh, I'll go easy on them because they're kids.
Such a guy. That is amazing. Apparently, age doesn't matter either. I guess that besides skateboarding, Ricky's other favorite activities include stealing candy from babies. Seriously, a 29-year-old male calls himself a female and beats a bunch of biological girls. What lesson are we teaching these young women? That life is easier if you're a man, especially if you're an older man who identifies as a woman? Are we not supposed to laugh at this because it's funny as hell? This is like playing Pictionary against Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah, Gutfeld hasn't really got the comedy chops, has he? But he's competing against all those leftists. So, you know, you've only got to be able to talk sense and you'll get a hit show on late night TV. Yeah, I mean, Ludwig nailed it. Nasty piece of work, not to be trusted, selfish, narcissistic, psychopathic, and manipulative. You know, you put them together, you get very dangerous people. How do you not walk away from that and think? How do you walk away from that and not think, yeah, there's something wrong here. There's something not quite right. You know, imagine the next competition that Shahi went to. Tony Hawk's turned up, and, you know, and a few other professional skaters I know no names of. Ray Barbie, is he still skating? Bam Maguire. And they just said, oh, sorry, we didn't mean to beat the amateur competition. You know, we just thought, I'm not going to go easy on you because you're a trans. It's, you know, I'll never forget what Infamous T said, who was pressured into transitioning when he was a young, confused male by a lot of people with a very angry and determined agenda, and, you know, just convinced him that that was his problem. And if you're depressed and young and alone, you'll be surprised what a group of people can do to you. And I said, so what do you think? And and I'll never forget the line. He said, well, I'm just an old man without a cock. You know, you're going to be hard pressed to say something like that without having me laughing, but that's heartbreaking. You know, the geezer's got a son. He's got a son. So his son's got a father without a cock. And, you know, if I remember rightly, they were estranged for years because, well, have a guess. And there's been no long-term studies of all these puberty blockers. There's been no long-term studies of getting 12-year-old girls to cut their tits off. And there's a whole generation waiting to just go down the Swanee here. A bit of a terrible shame that we had to end on something so dark, but that was just the way it went. I can certainly liven that up, though, so don't worry about that. I have got to go, people. I've done 3 hours. My voice is going. Let me get some water. that is a point that needed making. Well done. You saved the day with that British Dragon. Actually quite crap. Looking at those crap, I could do those crap. I mean, who can't do a 180 ollie? I mean, this is basics of skating. Oh, Dax, they reckon it's up about 25%, mate. And it's blatantly cultural. This isn't, you know, they've been talked into it. That school in Brighton, and they pick on all the autistic and lonely kids as well. You want some attention? You want some friends? Well, what school kid doesn't? Especially the ones that haven't got attention or friends. It's easy, yeah. Just get some drugs in you. Yeah, you'll be all right. I mean, you can be our friend. We'll take you in. How are you going to feel in fucking 20 years when you're fucked? When you're a chemical mess? I'd rather have had the life I've had and the fucking stupid mistakes I've had taking drugs than taking any of that shit. You can fuck off. As soon as, if you know, gender reassignment, again, go and watch Metacore's video on BitChute, how sausages are made, or how to make a sausage. It's called something like that. If you put Metacore sausages, Billy remembers what it's called. Billy, what's it called? You actually see what those surgeries are about. I mean, you won't be able to watch the whole video. I guarantee it. It's fucking unbearable. But they look lovely with all their nice hair and their makeup, like 1 in 50 does. But when you find out what actually goes on down below to convince these people they are what they are blatantly not, oh, you wouldn't believe it. It's a you know, someone's done the washing up wrong. It's not nice. It's really unpleasant what goes on down there. There's none of it's in any way convincing. Really, it's just if it wasn't the mutilation of people's bodies, it would be hilarious because it's cartoon-like. You know, it's this big slab of dead skin with like a hairy gland sticking out the end. Yeah, because when they take skin off your arms, it's got hairs on it. And don't forget to smell your poo, because then you can identify with them, because it smells of poo. And your body will try and heal a wound. Your body tries and fights a wound. And when you keep dilating it to keep it open, you start getting infections. And you have to start fucking taking more drugs and more anti this and fucking this. And you're gonna keep a wound open, are you? From what, 14 years old to when you die? Well, I wouldn't worry, because you're probably going to die when you're about 30. Ain't a small wound either, is it? Anyway, listen, the good news is it's Mrs. Meehan's birthday. The good news is it's 2:30 in the morning. I've done 3 hours. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've done 2 streams yesterday. Thanks to everyone who donated. The streams, I do more streams when I get donations, because I can, because then I don't have to do so much work on my other job. Thanks for being here. A lot of you. We've had over 100 people here for the duration. Enjoy your weekend. I will be streaming over the weekend, but I'm going to smash my novel out over the weekend, because I really want it. I really want it available in November. I'm already talking to people about the cover. The problem is they keep saying to me, "What's it called?" And I go, I haven't got the title yet. And they're like, "Well, we can't design a cover until we know what it's called." And so I go, "I'll get back to you next week." I might actually run a couple of polls on Entropy and Telegram. Salutations, and give you my my shortlist and see what you think. Nice to see you, Tech Roach. Nice to see you all. Hello, Rags. How are you, man? I did try and call you when I got your message. I take it you're out of hospital now. Good to see you. Thanks to Rags. Thanks to Stephen Cray. Thanks to everyone who donated. And thanks to all you lot for hanging around, enjoying the streams. If you're not on my Substack, go and check it out. Link in the description. There's 17 short stories there. And my first teaser of my novel went out a few days ago. It's on there. It's called Skagless and Bible Black. So if you want to read the first bit of my novel that I've ever made public, that's there now. Skagless and Bible Black. Here's a song for you. I'll see you all tomorrow. I'll probably stream twice tomorrow, because I don't want to be writing a novel all day, or that's a migraine waiting to happen. Ta-ta! Fart!
All the world loves a lover. All the girls in every land are meant to know. The joy of loving is to live in the world of man. There's someone who's waiting for you. Soon the world will be yours for a time. Music starts to play, night will turn to day, darkness disappears.
That came from Bill, that story. Called Bill.
All the world.
Nice one, Ludwig. Canuti.
All the girls in every land are meant to know. Joy of loving is to live in the world of mankind.
Billy, I read out all your donations. The one about Tame Bridge, I read out.
A world where the best in life is free, where time is always spring, happiness is king. The dreams you dream,
that was the only other one you said.
You love loves you. You're in mankind.
I think the best bet getting your novel of mine signed is buying it off of Amazon, and then when we meet up, I'll sign it. Or you can send it to me and I'll sign it and send it back to you. That's because there's no other way of doing it. I won't have boxes of it here. It's print on demand.
All the world loves a lover. All the girls in every land, the man who knows joy of loving is to live.
I don't know that, so I tried to get in contact with her, but no go. If you ever see her streaming live, ask her to hit me up, but I don't think she will. I don't think she will. Oh, hi. Go on, piss off down your own end, or you get a click round the ear. I'm going to listen to some Syd Barrett. Hoit!